Does everyone have their snacky and their water? Are we all ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh yeah.
We're finishing the time skip tonight, so start thinking.
I don't do that.
Who remembers what happened last time?
I haven't thought in 50 years.
Evelyn got her butt kicked.
Yeah, Evelyn got her butt kicked. But any of us would have got our butt kicked, let's be fair. And,
Maybe not near it.
Blur is now even stronger because I realized I was playing her wrong.
oh no.
Okay.
But
I
you'll
will
have an
also
extra
be
level.
1 level strong.
I was gonna say you'll also be 1 level stronger.
Taryn got engaged.
He really did.
I think we got a sneak peek into how, like, sad Laurel's life seems to us right now, even though we don't know it. But I think that was last week.
Yup. She's got kids. We don't
She
know.
got
anything.
Laurel
fucking
Wardolph
kids.
has some children.
And the dragon is a fucking pedophile.
Oh my god.
Yo, hey, hold on. What?
And
What?
Nira?
Laurel's a kid.
Laurel is
Pedophile's the
not
wrong
a
word.
child.
She's
Laurel-
it's pedophile's the wrong word, but
Let's
she's
put
young.
that- Let me put that out there.
Young.
I mean,
She's
okay,
young.
Laurel is
The
20
scale-
full years of age, a full consenting adult.
But when you factor the scaling of ages here, like that's kind of gross. Like I'm really not okay with like a 40-year-old dating an 18-year-old just because they're quote unquote legal. Like that's a child. That's gross.
Yeah.
So you're saying 1,000 and in a 20-year-old is too much?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
old do you
It's a
have
little-
to
it's a
be
little
to
fucking gross.
date? How old do you
So-
have to be to date a possibly like 3,000 to 4,000 year old dragon?
It's
Yeah.
clearly not dating. It is using. There's no mutual gain
Wow,
here. There's not
really? Really?
mutual
Is that what you
affection.
think? You think there's no mutual gain? Wow, interesting. Okay.
What about vampires when they date a new person? They're like thousands of years old.
Are
hundreds
you
of years
using
it's
the Edward and Bella defense right now?
old. It's about you. No one scoffed at that.
I was not the one who brought it up, but yes, I'm using the Twilight defense.
I don't
Anyway.
care if you were 16 for 1,000 years. That just makes you 1,016.
I would like to
Anyway.
continue on that last time. Nira fully got to express herself in a unique way, and it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Uh,
Hang on.
Tanny, can you please go to your reactive and change your reactive? In
Oh, yeah, sorry. I always forget to do that. Done.
Ah. Guys, I've turned into a pothead.
We also have the corpse of Brooke Summers, presumably just somewhere in the basement in the house in L'Oreal.
Yeah.
Come on, Thomas, do something about that.
You want Thomas to do something about that?
No, I was.
Gang, what's our topic? What's our stance on necrophilia?
Wait.
Feel
My
it?
God.
Okay.
That gets you removed
Mateo.
from the group chat for sure.
P.
Yeah.
Diddy's lawyer quit when he heard about the necrophilia accusations.
Oh.
Who did?
Oh, P. Diddy's lawyer?
Mateo's friends.
Wait. There was necrophilia in the PDA trial?
Bro, we don't know what's in the P. Diddy trial. That shit doesn't come out yet. But all we know is that a fucking high-ranking lawyer took one look at that shit, saw necrophilia allegations, and said, nah, I'm out. I'm done.
That's
Ain't no money in the world.
You know, I can, yeah. I can respect that.
Anyway, I didn't come here to talk about P. Diddy tonight.
Avenged Sevenfold fans could never. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I do hate that one song though.
Okay, so we talked about Nira. We talked about Evelyn. Did we talk about what happened with Darren and Yusuf? Ooh.
Engagement, yes.
Yes.
A sweet
They're
Fucking
lovers. They're gonna kiss.
I think they do a lot more than
More
kiss.
they do a
Make
lot
out
more
and
than
touch
that.
each
More than
other's
kissing has been
muscles.
declared.
Yeah.
muscles.
And I think comparing to the other couples, I think it happens a lot more as well.
Listen.
Significantly more often.
What other couples?
No.
What other couples are there? Like
Well-
plural, like other than Evelyn and Savia.
Well, there have been other couples throughout the story, you know.
Oh, Laurel and Hazel, I don't think did anything more than kiss.
Oh,
so,
yeah, but
yeah.
We
yeah,
cuddled.
but like Laurel's a hoe and has been with like a bunch of people throughout the campaign. Like at least 3 in a
Maybe
year.
5.
Oh my god.
We knew her for a whole year. She was like, Dextra, let me break up with Dextra over text so that I can hit up this witchy bitch.
For
And then
real.
2 weeks into that, she was like, actually, you know what I'm missing in my life? Some dragon dick.
Oh my god.
Fact.
it's yeah.
And unfortunately for her, bad dragon don't exist yet, so
Yeah, this is the original Bad Dragon.
Yeah.
Correct.
Things that you have heard
I really
Hazel
hope the
rant
recording hasn't
about.
started yet.
Things that you've heard Hazel rant
The
about. if
recording
you hear her
started
drunk
7
tonight.
minutes ago, guys. With this one, this opening, something about trying to get monetization in the first 5 minutes of an episode, like, not happening this time.
My
Well, it's
God.
past 5 minutes, guys. We start dropping the slurs and stuff.
whoa.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Oh my
I was like,
god.
yeah, no, probably not.
Aaron's character is gonna be a big fan of the Skurzak.
Yeah, let's wait till
The
next
what?
season when we can have a bunch of, like, fantasy slurs.
Those are okay.
Those are
Um,
okay.
Mateo found a love interest and
Yeah.
a potential raccoon buddy.
He has a
Oh,
raccoon
yeah.
son.
Hazel's assistant.
Yep.
Hazel opened a new shop as well.
It'll eventually become like a full-grown like Fae farm basically, but she's got right now a greenhouse and she's starting to develop the land around it. It'll take time though.
Yes,
But
we ended
greenhouse makes
year
money.
3.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Mateo. You can't call him a twink when you're a twink yourself, okay?
Is Mateo a twink?
Mateo's not really a twink.
100%. Moody as a twink.
I wouldn't say twink, more of a twunk, if anything.
Yeah. Harlow is a twink, for sure.
Harlow's 100% a twink.
Harlow
Yeah,
is
that's why
like
I said
a little
that,
bit
yeah.
of eyeliner and a pair of high-waisted shorts away from being a femboy. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Jesus fucking Christ, y'all.
Oh, I love you guys.
We're finishing strong in the campaign with some new characters.
I can kick us off if we just need to get into the game.
Oh no, I was just making sure that we're done with our thing.
Well, I
We're
wanted to-
starting year 4.
Yeah.
So we finished year 3 at the end of last session, and we're now at the start of year 4. At the end of this, we're gonna have a big conversation at the end of the night with basically anybody who's anybody. So we're getting through everything before that point.
Does that mean we should level up now?
You should be 13th level.
Oh, maybe I leveled up already.
13-1-3.
Yeah, because you'll get it at the end of the 4th year.
Oh, okay.
And the thing I want to post is a thing that Ren helped me out with. I decided I wanted to have art of the goths in the group.
Show it off.
Ren drew the
Oh,
hammer.
shit.
Ren drew the mace.
I love it.
Oh
And
my
I give
god.
Hazel a little upgrade. That should be height accurate, more or less.
That's
That
that's
is
fairly
so
accurate.
cute.
Yes.
That is so cute.
And Ren, do you want to tell them about how you think the mace functions with the bellows part? Because that was all your idea.
Listen, it's okay.
Do you see the metal thing? That's like a hinge, so the mouth opens up and there's a
Microphone.
yeah, kind of
It's so
basically.
perfect.
I love that you guys actually made an amethyst color.
Yeah, I asked Trinket a bunch of questions.
And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you're
made
like, I don't
Days.
know.
I made Days made that item, and then like I can't ask him what it looks like because then it'll be suspicious.
I downloaded, I want to say 7 different brush or belt brushes before I found ones that I liked.
That could give you enough belts. Enough
Never.
belts and
As a
studs.
goth person, you
Yeah.
can never have enough
Never.
belts.
Belts or corsets, you know?
I love
And
it.
Hazel added to her outfit, she's got some stuff in her hair. She's got a couple of the gold beads that Taryn wears. She's got a little sword with a chain that has some little coins on it for Evelyn and Safia. She's got a little bit of nightshade for her mama, and she's got spider lilies for Nira.
And she's got tiggle bitties.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted her corset to look like a corset and be fancier, but anyway. The goths are represented. So I
It's
did
perfect.
good. I did good.
It's so good. It is so good.
You guys did amazing.
Ren drew that so fast, and it looks so good.
I will have
I
to
was
get a
so
new
fucking
token
last
going.
night.
I'll make
my
you a
God, you are
token
gonna
before next episode.
So I'll kick us off because maybe it'll stir all of you to give me the above table lore drops. But a lot of the time that has been passing over the 4 years, of course you've seen and watched Nira slowly grow, become a little bit more of a woman because she now has that time and ability, and thanks to all the treatments, she can functionally grow up. Still Nira, but not necessarily immediately resorting to, I'll take your skull out of your face while you're standing there. Through year 3, ending year 3, going into year 4, Hazel gets the big history lesson about Nira. She gets the closest approximation to Nira's age, being in her 40s. She is old, but she doesn't know or recall her own age because she never really had regular birthday parties. Hazel learns that she was completely honest earlier on, when you all met, that she was born in a different plane that she doesn't know the name of. She never did. Her father was some mysterious, vague entity called the Dusk Lord. There's nothing more to add there. The people that were there don't even know what he or it is. She is, in fact, half Storm Giant. Never knew her mother. Her mother was killed for the safety of other people because Storm Giant, violent. And the disease she was born with, a lot of this is just more confirming what Nira's been through. Her disease that she was born with does deteriorate her entire body at a rather insane pace. She should have died before reaching childhood even. She should have died before she was 2 or 3 years of age. Luckily, though, some Storm Giant genes and the rapid acceleration that her body was trying to hit offset it enough that she got to live. Still, it wasn't going to be enough. She would still eventually just waste away into nothing. By about her 4th year of age, 4 or 5 in that range, that's when she started being experimented on. If whatever you can imagine happens to a person on an operating table, it's happened to Nira. She was very, very literally strapped to tables for years. And I don't mean like, oh, she's put on the table, operation, we take her off, she goes to her room. No, like left on the table for years. It is the singular reason why she hates laying down. She will not sleep laying down at all. She will sit up, she will stand up, anything but laying down. There's a bit of misery and pain in it as well, because it wasn't just being strapped to a table and being cut open. There's the embarrassment that comes with it. Years at a time, which means on more than one occasion, she's had to lay in the dark, strapped to a table, and piss and shit herself. And there's nothing she can do. And it's made worse by the fact that the doctors, nurses, etc., would have to come in and clean her and look at her like she's the one doing something wrong. Years go by, it doesn't end, things escalate. You get tasers, think cattle prods, think like handheld tasers, and then even magical, like wand looking like needles, with ultrafine points that are jabbed into her body to tase specific muscles, specific organs, to jab right into her bones, not like touch the bone, but into the bone, shock and tase the bone marrow. Anything to try to see what they could do to ultimately help. Nothing helps. She's had needles and injections and steroids and serums, things that have made her vomit, things that have made her bleed out of every orifice, out of her pores. She's been made to go blind. Her teeth and nails have fallen off or out. Um, every manner of knife and scalpel used to cut her open month after month after month, removing her organs, putting them back in, removing bones, putting new bones in. Her ovaries have been completely removed and never replaced. She never had the chance to decide if she wanted to be feminine in that way. It wasn't a thought that she got to have. Hazel also learns that the experimentations started to get into the territory of beyond cruel. What she's experienced up to that point was heinous and against whatever form of Geneva Convention exists in any plane. But it got to a point of just giving her lethal injections. Just kill her. What if we killed her, swapped out the organs, and then brought her back to life? Would that change things? Would that alter it? It doesn't. It did nothing. And she's had to experience that more than once. All the scars that are on her body now are from all of those years. Decades of surgeries and doctors that promised that they could help her and never succeeded. She has autopsy scars that will never heal. No amount of magic is going to change that. It's later on when her natural abilities start to take shape, when she starts to develop that innate strength that she has, where they have to do they basically have to keep a constant amount of torture going on just to subdue her. More mechanically speaking, it's like constantly having 4 levels of exhaustion, and you're only ever allowed to sleep that one day at a time, always keeping her just before dying so that they can control her. She would have some bright moments. She had 2 other siblings. The Dusk Lord had dozens. but 2 other siblings that would sneak into the labs, that would do what they could. When they learned about her, they would come in, and while she was strapped to a table, they would tell her stories. They would bring her flowers. They couldn't really bring in food or anything like that, but they did what they could. She did learn to appreciate flowers. There's something beautiful about that, and maybe it's just because it's the one little bit of brightness she had in all of that. But it never really got much better. Nira has had to watch herself be operated on. Some of the doctors that worked with her were less than savory, wondering if some other kind of mental trauma would do it. They've hoisted mirrors above her while she's laying there being cut open, eyes pried open to just watch the whole experience. She's seen her insides more than she's seen her own outsides.
Y'all think
Up to a point.
Severus is bad?
Got to a point where the screaming that this child would do was too much, and they severed her vocal cords for a while. Easier to operate when they don't make any noise. Before her arrival to Lunaria, it was decided, let's do something. Let's do another exotic thing. Let's try something a little out there. We'll try vampirism. The idea being, it would freeze her body in that state. They would take that snapshot, and she would just be stuck there, and maybe that will counteract this disease. That doesn't work, but it does give her enough strength to break free. Some months later, she is wandering, roaming, feasting, deteriorating, and through magical means ends up in Lunaria. This is when she becomes the monster in Gotha. During that time, she couldn't. The rate at which her body was deteriorating and the way that the vampirism affected her, most of it was just a blur. It was all instinct. It was all just doing, and she had to eat to get strength back, but the strength would wane before she could actually come to some semblance of coherent. Then they captured her and brought her to L'Oreal, where Severus promised her the same thing that so many before her had done, that he would help, he would fix her. She didn't believe it. There was no point. He was just another person ready to cut her open. And in some smaller ways, some of that had to happen. That's the nature of operations, but he ultimately does succeed. And it's that singular thing that endears her to him. That he did what other people couldn't do, and he did it without nearly as many needles and knives and strange things. The result of it, yes, being the fish that Laurel got rid of.
You had
Something
know that, Severus told you that what he extracted from you was something in the essence of an outer being. You had contracted some sort of disease either through complete accident or perhaps through divine intervention to have this link to the outer, which was Severus then removed and used for something else to make the fish. Yeah.
It's important enough that he succeeded that there's an immediate kind of bond there. Initially, clearly, it's very one-sided. More Nira just impressed and happy that she's she can see and she can breathe and she can do things on her own. but that develops into what bond they have now. Um, Yusuf appears in the picture as a in no small part a okay, someone take this child away from me. I have work to do. Uh, which is fine because the way in which they bond is very mentor mentee student. Um, but Yusuf at least has a kinder hand, a much more gentle hand. Uh, Gives her her own space, accepts the fact that she won't talk for the first few weeks that they're around one another. But when she does open up, and they do get to talk about what happened and what she's been through, um, it is through Yusuf that she's kind of given the verbal confirmation that you can do whatever you want to do. If you don't want to be touched, then don't be touched. If you want to yell and scream, then you get to yell and scream. You get to decide all the things you want to do and all the things you want to be. And it's the start of their playful back and forth bickering fighting. It's her expressing herself the way she wants to, and he refuses to tell her not to act that way. Because it is Hazel that is getting all of this directly, uh, and because Hazel has been there and kind and not pushy and not invading near a space physically or mentally, and a whole lot of hogs.
Can't understate the importance of the
A
hog.
whole lot of hogs. Um, that there's it's nothing like everyone else's little flirtatious booming love. It's quiet and it's mostly private. Um, that there's clearly a budding quiet affection going into year 4.
For Hazel?
Yes.
Cole, calm down.
Anyone else, if you have some things you want to tie in here now as we get started on year 4,
Year 4 is
by all
done.
means.
Year 4 over.
I don't think anyone could be. Oh my god, if that was the beginning of year 4, oh, my heart.
It's just that like Hazel and by extension likely Taryn first gets the full detailed version of what occurred in Mira's life and why she is the way she is.
It's hearing trauma like that is it's not easy to hear, but you can only imagine how much harder it is to live it. But Hazel's the way she always is, and she would just tell Nira that anytime she wants a hug or comfort or just to sit quietly and exist near someone, she doesn't even have to ask.
There's a lot of smaller it's small affection. It's new because they're both fresh to the whole circumstance. So it's often in private a lot of hand holding, which for all the things Nira has been through, is a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
The physical touch aspect and not wanting to be touched. Nira has developed a phobia of contact. She is permanently and will forever be in constant pain as her body is trying to grow and won't anymore. And with all of the surgeries and cutting and slicing and everything, body is just permanently in pain. And she's learned to associate touch with pain. People are going to touch her, so they're going to hurt her. A lot of it is psychosomatic. but there is some amount of it that is very real. So touch, holding hands, is the biggest step she may ever, the biggest singular step she will ever take.
Hmm. And when that does start to happen more, Hazel doesn't, freak out or cause a fuss. She just, reciprocates and lets Nira be as close as she wants to be and gives her hog access, of course, always hedgehogs, but it's
Everything she ever wanted.
exactly.
Um, the other things associated with Nira here going into year 4 um, are that she does start to show a tiny bit of femininity, what bit of it she feels like she can claim as hers. And it shows up first as painting her nails. It's a lot of solid colors first, black first, of course. It's black, and then it's blue, and then it's pick a color that Severus likes.
Aw.
And it's that for a while, and then it's like it takes a while for it to get to traditional girly color pink, but it does get there. Um, and then later she'll like wear a bow, a singular bow. It'll be like one oversized bow that she'll put in her hair that clearly is way too big, or she'll have a little bow on her neck in a choker-esque fashion. But there are smaller aspects of her femininity that she tries to explore and tries to figure out. Um, Not entirely sure how she's going to get there, but it's nice to do it.
Hmm. I mean, they've already gone shopping together. I think that's something like that sort of thing. Getting into that stuff for the first time is easier with someone else there. So I feel like she always is. This is, like Hazel's not pushy. That's just not who she is. But she always asks, "Do you want to go window shopping? Do you want to, buy this or look at that? Do you want to go to this city? I hear they have, something in this fabric that we've never seen before." Just subtle encouragements for her to help express who she is, because she's, as we all know, well, as Hazel knows, spent a lot of time being completely incapable of it. Incapable is the wrong word. Not allowed
It's
in
not a
any
lot,
way,
yeah.
shape, or form. Yeah.
Um, Other expressions come in the form of having a favorite flower, which, quite coincidentally, or not, because it becomes very obvious where she gets it from for anyone that has seen Nira's room. She likes spider lilies, and that formed from the time that Hazel stayed uh, in her room for a little bit. She has a favorite flower, and it's clearly directed at where her affections are going, um, followed by and with a whole lot of that childlike playground claiming. Like, I'm always near my person. I always want to hold their hand. I get jealous, or I make a face whenever someone's talking to them. Um, just very nubile, figuring out her own emotions.
How dare this person talk to my person?
You're
That's
talking.
my.
They're talking to my person. Get away. Um, all of this is to get to the culmination of someday, in year 4, Hazel and Nira can be alone in Hazel's hovel, um, while Hazel works or reads or does what Hazel does, and Nira is giving her essentially the Severus treatment of just, I'm just being in your space. I'm just here. We don't have to talk. We don't have to do anything. I'm just here. Um, but through fidgety, nervous, I don't know what I'm doing, fumbling She delivers the single the single largest display of affection she has ever given and may ever deliver on screen uh for this campaign, which is a peck on the cheek to Hazel. Because and she does, in that nervous way, like over explain it, like it needs to be explained, like it was, I wanted to, I didn't know, I'm sorry, it felt right, I don't, I can go. And is weird, and can now, in year 4, blush about it.
I mean, so Hazel doesn't typically initiate with any contact with Nira just because she knows Nira doesn't really like that. I think in that moment she would take her hand and tell her that she doesn't have to apologize or explain herself. And that also they can just do things that they want to do. Like, she knows that this was huge. It's, the second time Hazel's ever, been kissed by someone, really. And sorry, Laura, it felt a lot. There was a lot more. It mattered more. Not mattered as. There was a lot more feeling
Damn.
behind it. It's
It was more
different.
real.
It's different, and that they don't owe anyone the convenience of a label, not even the Quill, not even Terran. And if a time comes where they want to, then that's fine. But the two of them can do things the way they always have. And I think she would give her a little kiss on the cheek too.
And Nira explodes.
And it's the cutest thing she's ever seen, but and they don't tell fucking anybody. Like, normally
Yeah,
Hazel
no.
tells Taryn everything. She does not tell him that. Not because she's ashamed, but because it's nobody's damn business. But they would, I think, probably do little things like in public eventually, as they grew a little bit more comfortable, things like holding hands in front of people sometimes, which they've done before occasionally, but
Yes.
more
I think
consistently.
I think to not sit in the spotlight for too long, even though I love it here. I love
Bro,
it.
you just yapped for
Uh,
35 minutes. What do you mean sit in the spotlight? Keep going if you want.
I love it here. But I think the slip up occurs, and I don't want to say slip up so much as it's a natural response. The point where everyone does get to know, somewhere in year 4, is where at routine, Nira's going to go see Severus for a few hours, and in view of people, as she's leaving Hazel, whether they be in the house or out with everyone, she's holding her hand, and she goes up and gives her a kiss on the cheek, and then, realizing she's in front of everyone, fucking freezes, goes red, and then bolts out the door. And more through the door, like shoulder tackles the door. It's off the hinges, and it's
And Hazel just kind of watches her go and slowly turns back to everyone. Anybody want to go get a snack? Let's go. I think let's go. We'll just go. And just starts trying to, like, act like that didn't happen because she doesn't, But yeah, I think that makes sense for how everyone would find out, because there's no way they'd be like, guess what?
yeah, it's definitely not a, it's not a reveal. It's not a, it's just it happened.
It's comfortable becomes comfortable. And it makes sense that that type of interaction would become more normalized, less of more of a show of affection that's I I don't want to use routine, but a little bit routine, but in a good way. Like there's routine derogatory and then there's routine like positive, and it's not routine derogatory, you know?
Right.
And I mean that she would just hope that nobody asks her about it, but yeah.
Well, I was worried I was gonna have to tell Hazel's next partner, give them like the Laurel speech about like don't hurt her, but you know, since it's near, I don't have to.
Plus, it wouldn't be much of a threat because she could just break you in two.
Case in point.
But yeah. That's where they're at in year 4.
And now the rest of you get to drop your lore since I joined in this campaign late. And what else you're doing in year 4, of course.
Yeah.
I don't really have to say anything about Laurel. You know most of Laurel and all of my complaining, you know, before I made those decisions, so you don't have to worry about that. Brooke's lore though, Brooke doesn't have any lore. She wasn't going anywhere. The only thing about her lore is this one moment, this one time that after her and Mateo met in Yatha, that they robbed a pastry store and then made to go wash dishes afterwards because they couldn't afford the, you know, the stuff that they stole.
So I don't
Who's
have
next?
I don't have like a fucking 45-minute lore dump on my character, I don't think, but
Come
I
on!
do I do, you know, Evelyn is continuing her training in Starfall. I went ahead and I added what funds I would have made from last year, and then I deducted all the money that I pay for my crew, and then I deducted the extra money for the new ship that we would have gone and now had.
You can subtract actually less for the newer one because you don't have to have the ship built or like sequestered. You already own the ship. So how much did I tell you it was for the whole ship and crew a piece?
I believe it was 1,500 per.
Go with just 1,000.
Okay. So I can add 500 gold back.
Yeah, just grab that back. So you now employ 5 ships in your employ.
That one probably goes on less missions though. That one's probably more like my personal ship, I think.
Could be.
What are you gonna call it if your mom's the Hellcat? The Pussycat?
No.
Sorry, I tried.
The Hellion.
Hold on, I need to do one quick Google.
ChatGPT, names for pirate ship. No, it's fine. I do that shit all the time. Cat themed pirate ship name generator.
The boat's named Gehenna.
What does it mean?
Nice.
Nice.
I had to make sure that
Faye,
I had that
I
right.
like you.
I had to make sure I had that right. I was like, it's been a while
What's
since I read
that
the
from?
Bible.
Oh, it's from the Bible.
Faye, you're
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah, it's like the layer of hell that's just pure like lake of fire.
Nice.
But yeah.
Get him.
Yeah, so the ship will be named Gehenna, and the sails will be red, for sure. They'll get replaced with red sails.
You want to make this ship better? Or you want to keep it as just a normal, like, 10 to 15 crew pirate ship?
I mean, it
Because,
doesn't
like,
need-
your mom's boat's got, like, a metal hull. It's, like,
We'll do that.
significantly better. It can sail the boiling sea, which is why they did, it could
Well-
sail in these really hot environments. And
We'll do that when we deal with the other problems that the world is facing, you know?
Okay.
One little brick at a time. Because I still need to fight Lur. Evelyn's a little distracted. She doesn't really care about the ships right now. She's paying for it out of pocket, and she's a little sad about it. Because she can't do anything. She's here, she's training, she's learning a lot. And,
you are learning a lot about what it means to be the Sword of the Morning. Would you like to explain anything that you learned?
sure, I mean, I can,
I mean,
yeah,
I can
she's-
describe it if you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like, I can read the thing you sent me earlier that we talked about.
Yeah, I mean that's basically like, if you want to say it or you want me to say it.
Yeah, she documents a lot of Lur's time. You know, her intention is to take over her position, so she wants to know what Lur's doing. So she finds that Lur is kind of preoccupied with a lot of meetings and going to courts and discussing, how the Dairy family military will be utilized. But also making sure to use the power in order to assist everyone, not just the Dairy family, but it seems that they really focus on doing what's right by this specific deity. But yeah, they also really don't like outer gods. But yeah, and she's really hoping that one day she's gonna wield that sword and this sword at the same time.
You would
Hoping
also
that you're all gonna show up to cheer her on in that fight too.
Oh, of course.
Hell yeah.
you would also
Oh.
learn a little bit more about Dawnbringer, the sword specifically, in that it was forged millennia ago, like 4 or 5, 1,000 years ago, by your family line runs that long. Like, there has been people in Starfall doing this for thousands of years and wielding this sword. This is a great ancestral blade. And that it is connected to, that the sword itself is sentient, basically. It fell from a meteor, and the meteor was turned into this blade that has sentience, specifically.
I'm ready for that. That's for sure. I can't wait for the sword to tell me who I'm supposed to kill. That sounds sick. Let the sword make all my decisions for me? My dumbass? That's perfect.
Yo, kill that guy.
Oh shit.
God.
No, I'm joking. That's not what it sounds like. It doesn't speak. It
Face.
just shows you memories.
Based sword god. I shall do the... I will kill them.
Well, would you like to battle Lur one last time and probably beat her?
I hope. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to if she's stronger than last time. Because... she was already almost impossible to beat last time. Oh, but I'm ready.
Do you summon all your friends?
Yeah, I sent them all letters, and I told them all that they gotta be here to watch.
I can
told them the
teleport us
day.
there. Yeah, I can teleport everyone there.
Cole, you want something to do?
Yeah, sure.
I feel bad that I've essentially made Cole sit out like 5 sessions now.
Oh, I can't. You have to give me their Darius X.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Cole chose this.
I know, I know, I know.
Cole could have stayed on our side.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And we could have had a weird love triangle.
Damn.
Oh, I gotta roll initiative.
Yeah, but in the same vein, I don't know. I would feel bad if it were any of you sitting out for 5 sessions and just listening in, so
I want to make it clear that I rage before combat.
go ahead. And Lur probably has something that she does before combat too. Like a spell.
Yeah, she's probably gonna
Staggering
fucking run
smite.
at me and smite me again.
Staggering smite.
Okay.
Fireball, 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 lightning bolt.
Okay. I'll leave it. I'll leave it there. Uh. Evelyn goes first.
Well, I guess I'll just start off with some reckless attacks.
Okay. It's my AC 21.
You get 2 attacks. I have selected Lur as the target. Oh wait, our proficiency bonus went up? That means my attacks are OP. Just kidding, I rolled a 3.
It does not hit.
Huh?
Oh my god. Well, free actions start crying. So when I'm do frenzy rage, do I have to decide that when I go into the rage? Or can I just now be like, it's a frenzied rage and I get my 3rd attack?
I think you do it later based on my extensive studies of Grog.
Extensive study of Grog.
I think the frenzy activates when you choose to do it.
Wait, God, I keep saying frenzy. I didn't end up going with frenzy. I'm so stupid.
Oh, your totem or something, or
No, I
ancestral
went
guardian.
with the ancestral guardians. Okay,
Yeah.
so until the start of my next turn, target has disadvantage on attack roll that isn't me. And if the target hits a creature other than me with an attack, that creature has resistance to the damage to. Oh, that doesn't really tell me here. Creatures already have disadvantage to attack me, but okay. Well, that's it for me. Oh no. So,
Okay.
Pat.
Trinket, what does it look like when Luridary channels divinity?
When she channels divinity using her sword, it's just these bright flashes of blinding light.
Sweet. I'm using guided strike, so I get a +10 to my first hit to automatically hit with smearing smite. So I mean, I'll still roll, but yeah,
You could nat 1.
I could.
That is not a.
Guys, don't ever try and be an AC tank in a trinket campaign. I've learned my lesson.
I think that's just D&D.
That's just
Honestly.
D&D in general, like.
And then can I have you make a DC 8?
She has a +23!
That's what I'm saying. Why should I have a 23 armor class? It means nothing.
Can I have a DC 18? Is it 18 now? Spells. Yeah, DC 18.
I mean, she's
Wisdom saving throw.
literally just like a 14th level or a 13th level character.
What kind of save did you need me to make, Cole?
Wisdom 18.
Oh no, she's a 15th level character.
Damn. Okay.
22.
So
21.
you don't have disadvantage against you don't get disadvantage. It's fine. Oh wait, did you recklessly swing too? By the way,
Yeah, but it cancels out because you have disadvantage on the first attack.
I do. Okay, just making sure. I just want to make sure I'm fishing for. Enter. Oh wait, no, don't end turn.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, yup, you ended turn. I don't know.
Damn.
No, it's fine. Hit me.
Okay.
I know you get 3 attacks.
Ugh. Why didn't that do it? Critical. Did you see it? Okay, there we go. That's correct. Everything is lagging for me.
Yeah, the dice mod that we use that rolls 3D dice turns out really tough on computers.
Huh.
It don't like rolling 70, like 5 dice at once.
Huh.
Okay, I think I just learned that it's been applying the damage, and then I've been applying the damage to myself afterwards. So let me just go back really quick.
Yeah, I mean, it should be always applying damage to you.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's not applying half damage to me, which is a problem.
This does say it's slashing damage, right? Hold on. View item. Activities, mini attack. Effect. There is no type on it, so it's slashing. Okay, it should
Much
do it
better.
now. It should do it now. That was my fault because I forgot one word.
It's okay. It didn't do it last time either, or really any other time, but it's fine.
Did you just delete your own token?
Sure didn't.
Do you still have a
What?
token?
I don't appear to
You
be
have
there.
disappeared.
Okay, and then I'll end my turn.
Cool.
Oh, you'll have to go back into initiative order somehow. It's fine.
Oh, we go
Man.
with an attack. Congratulations to me.
I cannot get the YouTube player widget to work tonight to save my life.
So 11 slashing and 6 fire damage.
What is
I will
it?
just swing again. Man, I built my whole character to like be a team player, and now that I have to do 1v1 fights, it sucks.
That's how you become the Sword of the Morning, sorry.
Okay, sorry, my game is super laggy right now. Oh wait, technically, I only have disadvantage on the first attack, and then after I hit you, I would have normal advantage, right?
Correct.
But if you're recklessly, you know, you go back your advantage again, right?
Okay, so it wasn't a crit. So first attack was or the second attack was a 34. So I'm gonna roll damage.
Is the YouTube player working for you guys?
Not
I
currently.
hear nothing.
That's so weird. It's like bugged out. I don't know what's happening.
Why is it not applying the damage I just rolled? Okay, so it was 9 plus 5, and then it didn't roll the other two.
Yeah, they was doing that for me too. So just
So then 8 fire damage. The other one would have been 14 slashing. For my bonus action, I'm also gonna take an attack with my offhand.
Sorry, guys, you're on your own for music for the night. YouTube player widget appears to be broken.
Well, this should also be with advantage. $25 still hits though. Pretty sure. And then that's just 12. All right. And I will pass there. It's gonna be us taking turns wailing on each other, I feel.
Yep, that's how solo combat works.
But it looks so cool, you guys. We're doing all these cool tricks. I promise.
Aaron's so fucking proud. He's so fucking.
Bonus action.
The cheering.
Bonus action.
It is.
Vanishing Smite.
It is probably embarrassing Big Brother level of cheering for sure.
And then hopefully
All the rest of the people at the high court are kind of looking at you guys like, bro, chill down, cool off, like chill out.
Terran's like, I will not be silenced.
Culvert has a
Kick her ass.
That's a crit.
Oh, they did it to me. No, they didn't to me. Okay.
Well, the 28 slashing is
You
half.
did the full damage though.
Well, 28 is still halved, right? The slashing.
Wait, does this get doubled?
I think it rolled double dice, didn't it? I rolled
You're hitting
4d10
yourself.
and 2d8.
Oh, yeah, I am hitting myself. I don't know why I'm hitting myself.
I don't know, on my thing it says I took 38 damage. And I definitely did, which I had to adjust because I should have only taken 19. But yeah, you're definitely bleeding, so I didn't hit you for that much.
The Banishing Smite, does that get doubled afterwards if it's a crit? Or is that damage that's added afterwards instead?
It doesn't get doubled by a crit.
Okay. So, that would be 30 force damage.
Fix your health.
I know.
Did you say there's an additional 30 force damage?
Yes, with the Banishing Smite.
Banishing Smite goes away after you use it once.
Mm-hmm.
So you
you
used it
staggered?
on your first one.
I used staggering, and then it vanished. You have the spell slots for it. And then... And that one. And then last hit. Wait, I just said that to myself again.
Okay, it applied half that time, you know? Sometimes it works, I guess.
Well, it should do it because my spell's gone. It should do it because as long as it's coded slashing, yeah, the
It's just
resistance.
weird because it says that like on the bar it says I take 15, but then I looked over at my health and I only took 7. So.
Oh, I found Evelyn.
Guys, I don't know what it is about this server, but it's borked. We gotta move on to Zweihander so we can have a non-borked server. Get me out of this Foundry 5e hell.
First attack. Does 26 hit?
Yes, just hits.
Just hits.
Just kidding, it hits.
8 slashing and 9 fire. And then I get another attack. This time, since I've already hit you, I have advantage. $23 to hit?
I'm gonna parry that one.
Okay. I'm going to action surge. And I will attack you 2 more times.
Yep.
So 13 slashing and 6 fire. Oh my freaking lord. Sword of the Morning doesn't want me to win. Why did it do all that damage to me? Okay, and then with my bonus action, I'm gonna second wind. Secondary value amount unable to spend. That makes no sense. There's only one value. It says 1 of 1. Nice. That's 2 times while fighting her that I rolled max.
Hey.
Second wind, guys. It's meant to be. I'm no longer bloodied.
Hey.
Like that part in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs where he's like, it's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. It's like that, but with my blood. Pass.
You get back in there, Tyr. You get back in there, blood.
Okay. Gonna do really cool things, guys. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, hold on. Oh my goodness. It's applying so much damage. Fuck, if I was paying attention, I could have parried the 22.
Well, I mean, that's the last one, so you can parry it.
Cool, can I do that? Defensive
Yeah.
duelist is my reaction. So I add 5 to my armor class, and it's 25.
Is that, like, just for that round or for the whole turn?
It's just for that, just for that round, I believe.
Okay.
Or let me read.
Yeah, I might have made Lure 2 OP.
Just one attack, just for that attack.
Paladins are crazy.
So I can add that 12 up.
But but it's the sword that she's wielding that's OP as fuck.
Yeah, I'm just like almost that cool without it, you know? Is it my turn now?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith.
Is that a bonus action?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Why is it not working? I don't want it to roll. Cancel. I want it to use a spell. Fine, you can roll. I don't even care. Okay. And then... Yeah, then I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. She's not even bloodied, and she can cast healing magic.
Yeah, I might have made her a little OP. Sorry about that.
Does a 20 hit?
No. Maybe I'll have to duel a third time.
Third time's the charm, and it would make sense. It shows that, oh, it's strong, it's worth it, you have to mean it to do it.
That hits.
So I swear to God, if you tell me that a 33 doesn't hit. So 13 slashing, 5 fire. Oh my God, she's bloody.
You did it.
Yes, the excitement here. Yes. Go, Emily, go.
What are the rules on potions in these fights?
Hasn't been explicitly stated.
I mean, I think I know.
You
what
would think it would be frowned
that.
upon, though.
Oh.
For my bonus action, I will attack again.
I think healing magic should also be frowned upon.
Has Lurl used healing magic?
Not this
same.
time.
No, that hits for sure.
It's gonna be 14 piercing, and I'm gonna spend one of my superiority die
Let's go.
and make a grappling strike.
What save is that? Strength?
Hold on. Just kidding. I can't do that because it lets me make a bonus action grab, and this is already a bonus action attack. Instead, I will spend that resource on a distracting strike, which serves no purpose other than to do an additional 1d8 damage, because fuck you, Lara. I want to win this fight.
Every point counts.
An additional 7 points of piercing damage.
Every point of damage counts. Lur does not have resistance to damage like you do.
And
She's
I will
not a barbarian.
pass the turn.
All these nat 20s wasted on concentration checks.
You crit me twice in this fight,
I know.
and you've taken 3 turns.
Does a 15 hit?
Hell no.
No. Base armor class 20.
We might not need a third fight.
Oh my god.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Wait, why'd you
And
roll
then,
disadvantage?
because your first attack is at disadvantage because you have the cloak, right?
Oh,
Yes.
no. It cancels out because I reckless attack.
Did you reckless attack the whole time?
Yeah.
Did you? You didn't say you did.
I mean, I've rolled 2d8 and kept the highest one the whole time because I'm always reckless attacking. That's the whole point of my character.
I'll just attack you one more time then.
Well, I didn't roll 2d8 until I hit you the first time. Once I hit you the first time, then I will a 21. I will defensive duelist parry you.
Okay. Okay. Well,
If you're rolling with advantage, Cole, re-roll the last two then.
So it's a flat roll until you hit me, and then you have advantage. Because like it cancels out until you hit me, and then I no longer have the cloak's effect. So then you just get the advantage from my advantage.
okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Ow! I should have just not said anything.
You should have.
Curse my honesty. I don't know what my health was at before that, but that looks accurate. I might have taken 20 seconds. Yeah, I think I did. It's okay. Oh, it's my turn. Okay, I am recklessly attacking. Not hit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. 19 does.
Wait, what?
I never deployed my animated shield.
So 19 does hit?
Yeah. Actually, it does.
You want to parry it or no?
Activated.
Yeah.
It was equipped. You're attuned to it. Your AC is a 21 as Lurdari.
Yeah, but you have to. It only lasts for 10 minutes. So are you telling? I mean, that's
You
fine.
guys haven't been fighting for 10 minutes.
I guess she deployed it before the battle. I didn't say it did, but yeah. Where's the parry button? Hold on a second.
It's definitely was attuned and equipped. I looked at it before the fight. You had
So
a
then-
21 AC.
You'll parry the 21.
Yep.
I have a question for God.
Okay.
Is it an action to activate the folding boat?
Probably.
It just says you speak a one-word command word. Oh wait, this item also has 3 command words. Oh, each requiring an action. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, for my bonus action, I throw Singing Nettle in her face, and then I pass my turn.
What does that do?
It depends if it comes in contact with you. But creatures who touch the hairs must make a wisdom saving throw DC 15, or be overwhelmed with the urge to bellow a song at the top of their lungs.
That was only 2 attacks. You get 3, right?
Me? No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No. I have to
Not
be
until
like
next
a-
level?
I think I have to be like an 11th level fighter for that.
Are you
Yes.
not yet?
I have 4 levels in Barbarian. I will never reach level 11 fighter.
Skill issue.
If you say so.
How much health do you have left?
You're not allowed to know that.
I know.
I'm badly injured according to the game.
Okay.
I
so
wouldn't say that. I'd say this is some pussy shit.
if I were to cast this spell, which I'm gonna cast, what does it look like?
Like a sunbeam.
Cool. Can I get a DC 18 saving throw? Constitution.
Sure. I will use Indomitable.
What does that do?
I can re-roll a saving throw and use the higher roll.
Isn't it meets it beats it?
It's DC 18.
Oh, 18. Fuck.
And then I'll use Action Surge, and then I'm gonna hit you once.
God, stop applying full damage, game. Oh wait, that one would have been full.
Yeah, that one definitely would have been full damage. 27 full
Does
radiant.
a 22 hit?
Not if you use your
The game
reaction.
says that I still have my reaction, so I'll defensive duelist and no.
Okay. Then Hunter's gonna attack one more time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I'm dead no matter what.
GG.
I mean, we can see. You have to roll 48 damage or more.
Wait, where'd it go? Oh.
So yeah, not enough. It definitely applied full damage. So hold on. Guys, I'm a little slow. What's 33 have? 16?
16.
Uh-huh.
In the words of the late great, you have another attack?
Yep, that was my third. Ready for my third one.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm down, because you guarantee do 8 damage. Well, I guess you have to do 16 damage. Cool, you did it.
Ah.
Another valiant fight, she says as she puts you in the dirt.
I don't hear, because I fought to literal unconsciousness this time.
Can Quilbert go?
Close,
Give
but
Evelyn
no
a little
cigar.
slurp.
And Lure does the same thing that she did last time in healing you.
No.
Evelyn looks like, if you guys have ever seen the defeated Tom Brady image.
You got a lot closer this time.
You'll get her next time. You were so close.
Lure looks at you and to your friends and says, I want you to have it, but I'm not going to give it to you.
I'll take it eventually. I know it. She spits far too much blood that should never be in someone's mouth. I don't know how many more of those I can take though.
You'll be fine. I assume there's enough healing magic around to heal you back pretty much to full.
Yeah, Quilbert will give you some healing schlorps for sure.
Aaron's giving the comforting pats. Like, that was really fucking cool, though. You know how fucking cool you are?
Losing doesn't feel cool.
Listen, you'll get her next time.
Think
I
of
have
all
no
of us
doubt that you will surpass me someday. What else is going on year 4?
I really want to know about Sophia because after the wedding, Sophia kind of like maybe didn't break even in money. I want to know what she's doing with the rest, how she's getting more money.
Nice. I mean, Sophia is, very busy, building, designing, doing stuff with the house. Also, she is working on some projects that I talked to Trinket about that I was gonna give out later, but that's later. Other than that, not much.
God, it's so weird to not have background music. I need to call YouTube right now.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't
No,
know
it's
what's
not your
going
fault.
on. Anyway, what else is going on year 4?
I want to say
Oh,
after
wedding?
I want to say like before the wedding though. After Taryn proposes to Yusuf, there is time. I want to say a little bit of time for him to go back to his first home. He goes back to see his monk family. Would explain to them things that are going on, the events of life, and obviously invite
All
them when
happiness and
that
grace
happens.
from them.
Yeah, he loves them all to pieces, and I want to say that he goes back with a very like he's always had a humble heart for everything that they did for him since when he was just a baby and they took him in. There is just that kind of like he would let them know that this is home. It was his first home. It's where people made him feel like he actually belonged in the world at first. And once again, just like tells them like, hey, I'm getting married. Please come to the wedding. He's only going to stay there for a little bit because there is one thing he wanted to do, and that was just take like a kind of like a solo trip to Gotha, where the Genasi are.
Yeah. So, there are many new faces at the temple that have been put there by your own money. People you've aided, you know? They show you firsthand what your work and your contributions have done for them. As there's a ton of new disciples here who are all very eager to meet you.
I think him seeing that, God, it feels good. He just feels very blessed to be able to do it. These people gave him everything. He probably would not be in this situation or have met his new family or done any of this cool adventuring if it wasn't for the fact that his master picked him up off the streets. And it means a lot. He's glad to see it growing. Knows for a fact that his sister is causing quite the fuss and problems there because she always has. And it's just nice to see that he's doing something that is really making an impact. Because going from a kid that was on the streets just scrounging for whatever he could in those really hard years and the development years, he's got money, he's got things, he doesn't really, use the money a lot, and he can help. He likes to help.
And they are oh so grateful. Your missionary type of thing that you're doing, your homes for children. Now I don't want to put a specific number on it because it would be weird, but you greatly impact the lives of a huge number of people in the grasslands and the lands between through your monastic order at this point.
One less kid to go hungry on the streets. He's like, yeah. He's feeling fulfilled. Like, he's like, wow, my life is we up. It's always taking the fucking we up.
Your sister's like, there's 704 children whose lives you've helped. We can't invite them all to your wedding. Like, who's all can come?
I'm talking about you guys. Fuck, shit. I meant the family. Master.
They're just messing with you. She said Gotha to meet Fire Genasi, or to meet Genasis? Earth Genasis?
I think that's one thing he's... Not that he's lacked, but I think he just wants to exist around other Earth Genasi. Never knowing his parents, he's like, I just kind of want... He, like, when we went through briefly, he was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Gotha is a Genasi town.
So I think he would just go around, spend some time, see how people are doing things here. Not interested at all about like, oh my god, maybe I can find my parents. No, that's not. He's got family. He's just trying to.
Yeah, but reconnecting with your culture for sure is a thing. Yeah, you definitely find some of it in specific cuisines, or, just being there for several days, several weeks, maybe even, that you spend there eating and drinking and just living. It's a compared to L'Oreal, Gotha is a quiet place. Like, it's a small city compared to L'Oreal. So in the couple weeks that you're there, you see a lot of the same faces over and over again. And you can, I'm not sure what exactly you're looking to gain from it, but you can gain it.
No, I'm just saying that's just something that's just something Taryn would do for himself before the wedding and everything. He's just going to he's like, you know what? Just gonna go and try and, just get my shit together because I'm getting ready to get married. And these are little things I wanted to do, and I have money to do them now. So, but yeah, he would spend that time, learn about his culture, and bring his happy ass back.
Guys, just get married already. Come on.
And that's the next step. He's like, okay, I invited, learned some about myself, and now I'm gonna go and smooch my husband for the rest of my life. Let's go.
So naturally, Alisane and Yusuf invite 1 million people. Am I wrong?
The two of them, yes. Where Taryn can invite as many people as he wants, and even still, Taryn can invite everyone he knows, and even still, between Yusuf and Alisane, they are 80% of the guest list.
That's amazing.
Where do they get married?
Where would they get married?
Perhaps the Amethyst Palace in L'Oreal.
And Taryn is really bad at social events just because it's Taryn. He kind of just normally tucks himself to the back and watches everyone else, and he's just, I think in the planning, he's like, I have no idea.
I think it's going to occur in the Caraway Manor Gardens. of which Yusuf will have spent an exorbitant amount of time reshaping the landscape, mostly just the trees, the grass. There's a bunch of topiary that is made to look less like topiary, though it is clearly shaped. Some of it, yes, still in animal shapes, and even immediately before the wedding, there are bowling ball sized rocks lodged in some of them. But there's a lot of the topiary is set up to look like mountainscapes. Um, it's what's the word? I can't think of the word, but it's got to happen in the garden. There are manually made or created, man-made created ponds. Um, it is set up a little windy. It's not like a straight path down an aisle or anything like that. It is a little bit of a winding path, uh, like they're walking through a small forest or something like that. Um, and where they're to be set up to have rings and vows exchanged. Um, it's on like a little pedestal that looks like a big rock that's been flattened out.
Is it like
But it's held in Caraway Manor because it's more private. And this palace is a little bit too much for people. And at the end of it, Yusuf can tell all the people to get the fuck out, fucking leave. It also serves for the public to be able to see, Alisane's children and get to meet them.
For sure.
That
Yeah, they would be
they're-
almost like 3+ years old now. So they're little
That-
kiddos.
Yeah, this is they're the heirs to the Caraway name. I think that's all I can throw out off the top of my head.
Yeah, a lot of people are there. Every single member of the Seven. Tala is probably there. Makes a appearance for a moment. Maybe even Severus. If you'd let him, if you'd invite him. I assume you wouldn't disallow him from coming.
No, because that would piss Nira off, and if he pisses Nira off at his own wedding, there's gonna be shit he's gonna have to clean up. So no, he can come.
But yeah, he shows up to make an appearance, to keep formalities, but anything from the party? I assume you guys serve the most decadent cuisines and have an amazing vow ceremony.
We're all there, for sure.
Guys, the way Taryn has nerves. And he's like still attached to the party before he has to go to his spot.
Does anybody walk Taryn and or Yusuf down the aisle?
Does Taryn want any of us to do that?
Taryn would have all of you in his foot, like if he
All
had
of them do the handoff.
You're all the bridesmaids. Now you're
Yeah.
all just stood there on the corner as bridesmaids.
Oh yeah, for sure. The squad.
I think
You know,
Yusuf's
or
side to the
groomsmen, whatever
bridesmaid.
you ever say. Yeah, groomsmen.
The
I don't think-
groomsmen.
Yeah, you
They're all
guys don't think.
groomsmaids.
Wait,
They're
hold
all-
on,
Yes.
hold on. You think that like Yusuf is not like a power bottom though? Who's really in control in the dynamic?
Oh, we all know it's Yusuf. Yeah.
Did I swear I said Taryn is whipped. I meant it. I meant
What the hell? What the hell are we playing at here? Come on.
So it's in the bedroom that Taryn gets whatever he wants.
Literally.
Mhm.
Oh,
Whatever
Whatever
and
wants.
whoever.
So yeah, I guess whoever you want to be in your bridal party would be.
That's like I said, he'd have the whole fucking squad. You guys are the fam.
What are the wedding colors?
Moss green and steel blue.
Nice.
Evelyn is wearing so much green.
Yeah,
oh my
same with-
lord.
That's right, fam.
Oh,
That's right.
I think
I don't
Yusuf's
know.
gonna have Alice Sane walk him down.
okay, I hear you, but
It's oh no, Cole.
if I can't smell it, you're gonna have to help. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, it's fine to talk. I don't know if you want us to hear whatever it is you're talking about.
Yeah, Alisane will accompany Yusuf down the aisle, as well as the two little caraway children who can act as flower throwers.
There's something important, I think, about having Alisane walk him down. They're close
Well,
enough
let me
and have
post some
been
pictures of the little kiddos. I did have
they've
some.
been together for I mean, obviously since they were born. They're each other's best friend. And this is a moment of them expanding their little family.
Aaron is 100% misty-eyed, as one would be when he's just walking down. I want to say it's Hazel and Evelyn that are the closest, standing next to him, and he would look back at you guys like, guys,
Hazel
that's
gives you,
mine.
Like the some sort of like symbol, like thumbs up, but subtle, you know.
Yeah, Hazel's had to sit through so much like vow rehearsal. Evelyn too. Like, does this sound okay?
A lot of
Don't
notes were
do it all.
given, but
Sounds
not
lovely.
that many. You're gonna do great. A few shots before we went out. You know.
Here we go, the little caraways. Yuri and Talus.
Oh, the baby.
Aww. So cute.
I assume Yuri is already a little Hellraiser, like Yusuf was at that age.
Oh yeah. The green is what Yusuf is wearing, and Taryn is forced to wear the blue.
Oh.
But it will. The sleeves will be
Okay.
detachable,
Okay.
but he will have to wear them for the service, for the ceremony.
Thank God for Yusuf and the tailor that he has, because if that was too tight, he'd be sitting there fidgeting the whole time. Like, fuck.
I can just imagine there's the first time that Taryn puts on the suit and he just flexes to full mast, trying
bursts
to
the
rip the
sleeve. Yeah.
sleeves to prove a point, and then they don't break, and he's like, fine.
Yeah, literally, just like, all right, I guess this is fine for now.
It is
They are
very
coming out
much a Yusuf, a bit of a bridezilla situation. Like, you have to wear the sleeves through my ceremony.
Only for you. Only for you. As he he just fucking defeated. Like, okay, for you. Yep, for you. But he does watch him, and he's all of those butterfly feelings that he's had. It's just they're ever present whenever Yusuf's around. So he's just trying not to cry, trying not to be a weeping rock. But his eyes are glassy.
Yeah, sleeves can't come off until the post of the recessional, after they go back down the aisle, and then we're regrouping for like dinner and whatnot. Then the sleeves can come off.
Compromise,
But when he does get up there, Tyrion would, obviously take his hands, look at Alisane, smile, and it's that that look that says 100% thank you. And there's the excitement of this is showing everybody we're all family, and I love you guys so much.
We're in deep with the Caraways now.
We're in deep. We're in deep. And I did write a small vow for you, Yusuf. As it gets to that point when he does get a chance to say them. And once again, the nerves, but once again, when Yusuf is in front of him, he can pretty much take the rest of the world and put it to the side, because whenever he looks at Yusuf, it's just him and Yusuf. And he's going to tell you, I did not fall for you. I descended. The kind of drop that does not know the ground exists, and I am still descending, further and further every day. When I see your face, when you speak, when you show your magics in our quiet moments, just in a descent, and I could not have asked for more. Even now in this, it all feels surreal, but it's mine. It's ours. This love that made me see such possibility in it. It goes further than gods and even the elements. This love that I believe was willed into this state. I knit the threads of the fate themselves until they spelled out your name in my persistences. And I love you intentionally with every ounce of myself and more. And the mere ideology of our future has been my motivation up to this point. And until death attempts to part us, hell in whatever waits beyond, what we have and continue to have is my motivation. And I will strive to be the ground the wind can always settle back down to, from the heavens to forever, and always this mountain will be here for you. There's a tear. There's a tear when he's talking.
I gotta go. Fucking die.
Should I give my fantasy wedding speech?
Let me go die.
Let it be known that houses Caraway and Vassar are one at heart, one flesh, one soul, and cursed be he who would seek to tear them asunder. In the sight of the six, I hereby seal these two souls, binding them as one for eternity. Look upon one another and say the words, I am his and he is mine, from this day until the end of my days.
You want me to say that?
You don't have to say it. Okay. You could say it though if you wanted to. There's your wedding vows.
That's the first time
Jesus
any of
Christ.
us have heard him.
That's Game of Thrones.
Oh shit.
Yusuf, in all the years you all have known him, through disasters and horrible long hours, has never cracked. And here he's crying.
I think we're all crying.
We're all Emma Stone right now.
The way he's going to smooch his husband.
Oh no, the kiss is it's cute and beautiful like any kiss in a wedding. And then it keeps going. And then it only stops when it starts to cross that line of like, oh, I guess people are watching.
And then
On Yusuf's part, it is very much a I don't care, they can watch. I don't have shame.
Karen's real close to crossing that too, but
But for Taryn's sake, okay, your family's here.
he's like, not even clearing his throat. He's like, oh, we'll continue this later. But he is going to wipe the tears off of Yusuf's cheeks, just holding his face.
And now for the bedding ceremony.
Oh my
Boy.
We all want to watch.
$20.
It's weird when they want to watch. That is
Right.
weird.
I think I'll take my
Yep.
leave.
Yeah, Hazel's like, Listen, I have seen.
No, we don't do
Terrence Bits.
betting.
I don't want to see him in action.
Don't you though?
Dude, ew.
It's just like throwing a rock.
See yourself.
God.
It's how many times it bounces back and forth when it hits a
Oh,
wall.
I'm going to commit suicide.
Well, my lovelies, anything else in year 4?
What about Mateo and his twink?
Oh yeah, for sure. By the way, we shoved them together to dance
Oh,
at the wedding.
100%. When there was dancing, Taryn got Mateo. I'm pretty sure
I'm
Hazel
so
grabbed
sorry.
Harlow.
He's in the bathroom right now. He can't hear any of this.
Oh, Bean.
Damn.
Listen, when he comes back, we're doing it.
Oh yeah. We were plotting.
Harlan's
I
too
think-
cute, you know.
Trinket, I don't know, because I know some things I mentioned to you were,
Sure, you can do some stuff that you wanted to give to people.
yeah. I don't know. Did you ever end up getting the last item that we talked about?
The one for Hazel?
No,
Shit.
for Nira.
There was another one. Let me double check, sorry.
It's okay. This can also wait till next session.
No, I can't, because we're finishing this stuff up. For Nira?
What's a what now?
Oh, you just wanted, like, a design for it?
Well, I didn't want to do anything that was going to break functionally the game.
Right.
And I couldn't find an item that met the concept I sent you.
Yeah.
And there are problematic things I can already think of. So like that's why I was deferring to you with that one.
So
Then
curious.
it may have to wait till next session.
Yes. Then it may
See a
have to wait
callback.
until next session for that one, but you can give out the rest ones.
I'm gonna wait for all of them just because there's things.
Fine.
Oh.
Is that Aaron I hear?
No.
Yes,
You're
Aaron
getting
is
set
back.
up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I go
Ooh.
grab Harlow while
Yep,
Taryn
and at
grabs
this point, I do want to say
Mateo.
the sleeves came off, so he's going to grab Mateo. Just like,
Wait, who? What? Huh?
Hey, can I make a suggestion that Quilbert flies up to you and grabs onto one of the sleeves and yanks it off for you?
you understand me, buddy? You understand me? Gently puts the sleeves down and goes over.
Yeah.
Hey yo, Mateo, my dear sweet friend. I think it's time for a dance. Come with me. He drags him around. He puts his arm around him.
Aaron. We don't dance.
Nah, we danced today, my friend. We're dancing. Come on. He's also been drinking at this point. Let's go. We're gonna go dance.
Do not make me roll a dexterity check.
You're stuck. So, yep, he's just dragging you along. Come on.
It was bright
Come on,
red right
buddy.
now.
Hazel's doing the same thing with Harlow.
What? Where are we going? I hate weddings. There's so many people.
It's okay. There's so many people that they can't even see you. We'll be out
I
of here. in
don't
no
like
time.
weddings.
You know, just come with me. Come with me. Come on.
Taryn's like fixing the shoulders and everything. I'm like, all right, spiffing him up a little bit. He's like, okay.
So I feel like the plan is we each start. You dance with Mateo. I dance a little bit with Harlow, and then we get near each other and we're like, swap, and then push them towards each
Exactly. Just like that I want to say with Terrence Tai Chi every fucking morning, this shit's so fucking effortless. He's just like, here, yep, and then immediately just grabs a hold of Hazel and they dance off, but you two are now
Oh
dancing.
goodness.
You see when you guys do that, Mateo like glares at Hazel, like they trying to give her the look of like, get in my head, like I want to tell you something.
She will.
All you hear is, I'm not gay, I'm not gay, Hazel, I'm not gay, Hazel, I'm not gay, Hazel, I'm not like you guys.
Sure about that?
He's trying to tell himself that.
And
He's
you
like
just
not.
Here, let the night go where it will. That's all I suggest.
He's actively not looking at Harlow, trying not to meet his gaze.
Sad. He's probably very coy then.
He's definitely got a lot of blush on his face as well. Like, bro's gay. I mean, like.
Oh, you mean he put blush on?
He's got a little bit of a lift.
Maybe just a cute night of dancing.
Personal.
You don't have to be like, then we banged, you know, it can be cute dancing, you know, it doesn't have to
Oh
be.
no, they bang.
Oh, hey. Then by all
Oh,
means.
okay. I mean, whatever you want.
Yeah.
He said it. It's canon.
Fade to
It's
black.
canon.
From
Relationships
my
don't always have to be about the
experience
sex.
in the gay community, that's pretty accurate. It kind of works
Yeah.
backwards.
That's it.
Yeah, we don't fade to black. I'll give you the full detail what happens, y'all. So
Hell
we'll
yeah,
go back
here
to
we
the
go.
sun.
So Harlow, he's a flat 6.5.
God.
Some of us are trying to eat right now.
That took me a second. I was like, 6.5. Like, on the
Yeah,
hottest
grinder
scale?
profiles.
Drinking.
Now that makes sense. Now I get it.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good.
So you're telling me,
Pretty
right,
good.
in this very moment that Harlow is the top and Mateo is the bottom?
Listen.
Listen,
knows?
I
we
will
fade
try
to
to
black
eat.
for a reason, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I need to
The
know
only
now.
one we didn't fade to black to was Laurel and Dexter.
We still did. We just knew exactly
Couple
what was going on.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aaron,
Dexter just happened to have some extra proclivities where she enjoyed the exchange of power. You could say.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, is that not clear?
I think it was pretty clear.
it was Dextra that made evil Laurel. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
it's Dextra's fault for sure.
Listen, there's probably some people who are like, it was probably that fucking witch.
Okay, my lovelies, year 4. Anything else? Year 4?
Can I see if Selly has made any progress on Nira's medicine after I gave her the
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing that she can make. It takes time, and it like what Severus said is rather expensive to produce, which is why he does it himself and doesn't offload it onto other people, because it's a relatively expensive process. But she can make it.
How much would it cost for like, her to make at least one
So she takes
vial
hers
so I can
every
take it to
two
be tested?
weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want her to make
And
it
I will
so I can
say
take
that
it to Severus.
as a single 2 week dose, it's probably around 100 gold.
Could
Okay.
Hazel offset that with plants from her own
Which is a
greenhouse, herbs and
crazy
stuff?
expensive. I know that doesn't seem like a lot of money to you guys with how much money you have, but that is like a crazy amount of money for a single use thing that you have to take every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like this shit's expensive to make.
I will start off by paying for 2 of those, and then I will take those 2 as tests to Severus to see if he approves.
Yeah, I mean he would be relatively like approving in the same way that he was like, yeah, if you want to do it, you can do it. Like I don't, you know.
Hey, he told me that I had to get it tested and approved before she could take it, so
Yeah. I guess he would probably be. I will say like 8 out of 10 impressed. His stuff is
He's got to
still
make sure you're not
clearly
poisoning
better.
his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
His stuff is still clearly in his mind's eye better.
is there something we could do to like make up those last 2?
You can make it here.
I mean, she's been really big on not moving here. I mean, yes, I could, but I'm very busy, it's much easier to make it in my home.
It's just generally going to come down to the conditions of the lab, I guess, For it to really be precise down to the nanometer, you need machines like this one, and Severus would show off some incredibly precise mechanism that he created to do this very simple, stupid task.
I pass butter.
Just like, yeah, I pass butter. Like, just an over-engineered as fuck thing.
It's your drip thing. It's the dripping thing. That's the most.
You
Like
need a 7th dimensional carbon refractor.
What was that all?
It bitriculates carbon nitrates.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those cost more than the orb that lets people communicate with me all over the world.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, no, I forget that you guys can't make these.
Yeah. Would you like to donate one to my home facility?
Maybe someday.
Is 8 out of 10 effective enough to be used?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. It's just like, it would be like comparing a name brand to like a generic type thing. He's being nitpicky.
Mm.
It tests with relative purity. I mean, it's a thing that can be made. It just requires exotic resources.
Well, does it have like a shelf life?
Like a year or so. It lasts.
Right. I
Like
go
you,
to
it,
where can I find Nira these days? Does she normally stay with Yusuf still, or do you know if she stays at our home?
Severus would know that she spends a whole lot of time with Hazel because he would be the one person she would tell that, like, it's like a 12-year-old explaining their first crush to their parent.
Which I'm sure has happened in Severus's life before. It's like I really like her, but like when I get around her, I'm really nervous and I don't know what to say. And like,
And she makes me feel like I got butterflies and like my stomach's got needles and pins in it and it's happy and
Is anyone in this universe
just
straight?
tech
Like for real?
pats.
No.
Severus?
Yeah, Severus.
what's a Raxar?
Tala?
Mateo.
No. We know the truth.
Maybe Marianne.
Marianne Reed?
Marianne's an
maybe.
opportunist, I think. Marianne's kind of like,
Yeah.
whatever happens, and if I'm in the mood.
I could
Oh,
see that. too.
Thomas hasn't slept with any dudes. Only that
True.
goth chick. Only that goth
True.
chick.
There are some straights.
Yeah, there's some, okay, we keep it diverse, okay?
Yeah.
It's just there's been a lot of gay interaction recently. It's not, this is
Yeah,
your
well-
guys' prerogative, okay?
Laurel's an opportunist, you know. Human or dragon, you know.
Look, we role play to experience things that are difficult for us to experience in real life sometimes. Anyway,
Me getting some?
Damn.
no comment. Year 4 activities, anyone else?
I didn't talk to you about this ahead of time, so I can just put this out into the universe and we can just bullet point it. But she'd want to probably look into something to try to help with Nira's pain. Like some of it is, you know, psychosomatic, but some of it, I mean, is real when you have adamantium grafted to your fucking bones. You know, that shit hurts.
Oh, it's not adamantium grafted
is
to
it?
her
Oh,
bones.
it's
Her
just- it is her
bones
bones.
are made of metal.
So
She
that's
has a
also
robot
probably-
exoskeleton.
Or that is also probably really painful. So that's something we didn't talk about that ahead of time, but it's something that she
Well,
would be.
you see, would having real bones hurt less or more than having bones that are like literally decaying at any point
Yeah.
in time? I feel like it would hurt a little less.
She'd be in pain either way, but if there's any way that I can help lessen it, essentially.
Hazel with okay. Hear me out. Hazel with her access to the plants and all the things she can grow through normal and magical means can essentially make this world equivalent of painkillers and like not like Tylenol and ibuprofen, but like the non-addictive version of
Oxys?
morphine.
Hazel starting the opioid epidemic. Woo!
No,
Addictive.
not addictive.
There's
so
magic
Tylenol.
You know, I have this really great recommendation I could make.
So Hazel's gonna invent ibuprofen.
Yeah, sure. Listen, just gotta boil the right tree bark and make Advil, and then.
Yeah, why don't you make me a check with your tools, your brewing supplies?
I don't.
Brewing supplies,
do
medicine
I
checks.
do have
all that.
alchemist supplies.
You have proficiency in that, which is why I said,
Yeah. Could I get help from Harlow to get advantage?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. How about a natural 20?
Let's go.
Damn!
Yeah, you guys, you and Harlow essentially over the course of this year synthesize a low impact to the body, a small chewable tablet that acts as a mild headache reliever or a mild joint pain reliever. It's basically ibuprofen.
And they taste like strawberry.
And they taste like strawberries, and they come in little lozenge tins.
Then she becomes the first Billy. No, I'm just kidding.
What about Hazel's Helpers? You like that? You like Hazel's
Cute.
Helpers?
Yeah, that's cute.
Hazel's Healers? Hazel's Healies? He gives you like raises his eyebrows.
She's like,
Look, I'm just trying.
I appreciate it. I like the first one.
Hazel's
name doesn't-
Helpers.
My name doesn't have to be in it.
Yeah, it sounds a little better than just Helpers.
I guess. All right.
I got a bottle of Helpers. I got a bottle of Hazel's
That's-
Helpers.
I mean,
To footnote,
Helpin' Hazel's?
to footnote, what Hazel and Nira have going on and how new it is in experience. There's a time, a not so short time, where Nira's like aggressively claiming Hazel, but it's directed towards the helper, and he's lucky he has a fat raccoon.
listen, fat raccoons cure a lot of feelings, you know.
Like-
She starts to get mad, and Harlow doesn't notice, and she just picks up Matchstick.
Like,
If she even
Harlow is on the receiving end of some horrible dogging, the horrible mad dogging.
I imagine
And
that this
it's not even a
little
threat.
gay twink man is just so confused. Just like,
Very
I'm
much.
so nice to you. What did I do?
He's nice and he'll give her treats and shit, and she's just like, I fucking hate you.
And then eventually there'll probably come a moment where there's some like, I don't know, I imagine that like every glance that he give to Hazel, you're just like angry about. And then he just finally one day is like, I'm gay.
Like, you know, it's not enough. Every time he looks at Hazel, like Nira like slides into the periphery, just
Oh.
glaring at him.
I feel like Hazel doesn't have the concept of anyone being jealous at all in regards to her, so she most of the time probably has no fucking clue. She's just like, Nira's being a little bit odd today. And that's it.
Yeah, because she's not like hurting anyone. She's not
No.
fighting anyone. She's just grousing in the corner a bit.
I just want to know what Nira does the one day Mateo walks in, like gives Harlow a kiss on the cheek, and is like, "Hi."
I think she's still a little suspicious.
It's so cute, though. I love Nira.
You know how this works. Just know that
Yes.
there's no reason to fear. There's no
Not at all.
challenge here for what you have, but you're okay, fine.
We're just a bunch of gay little gremlins. Yeah, Hazel just notices whenever Nira's feeling a little off, doesn't know why. Probably gives her a little kiss on the cheek, hands her a hedgehog. There you go. I made these for you. Gives her the first time.
Oh God. It is a delightful time to have painkillers. To not be in constant pain to the point that it's a little unnerving at first, because when you're so used to it, when it's so normal, it feels wrong to not have it.
Yeah, when your baseline is so far off center, to have that baseline suddenly change, it's strange in a very deep way, but she just, don't take too many of them, take this many. I just didn't like thinking about you being in pain all the time and not being able to do anything about it, so. I hope they
Hazel
work.
has never seen Nira blush so much, and it happens 99.99% of the time in Hazel's presence.
Also, it is 1,000 gold to patent something
Oh, easy.
through the L'Oreal order, so that your work does not get stolen by me as another player within universe.
How much money does don't have to nail it down right now, but she's making money from her greenhouse as well, so she has more than just her Yusuf income as well.
Oh yeah, in year 4, you guys all see the maturing of your businesses as well. So like each of you who has a business, you get a bonus 5k this year.
Hell
Does that include me?
That includes you, Wharf Master.
I feel like Nira helps out at the greenhouse a lot these days.
A whole lot.
So she can
Oh,
glare,
no.
Oh no?
I'm over encumbered because I have too much money.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Har 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 har! I've
Yeah.
got too much
Same.
money.
Converted to
Mr.
platinum,
Krabs.
still too much. Yeah, I'm at 487 out of 120. So
Also, Hazel, fair warning, a lot of the times you come to the greenhouse in the morning, there's a sign on the door that says knock first.
Oh my god.
she just wrinkles her nose and goes to tend to plants outside. And I think when Matchstick comes out and like does that impotent little raccoon jump to try to change the sign is when I know that it's okay.
Just a little trot across the floor and then a little pause at the window for a second.
Yeah, because these, when the raccoons are too fat to do the jumps.
Can't get up there.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
trying though.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect image.
Mateo very much has that like child backpack for Matchstick, you know, like the when you go hiking.
Aww.
Oh my god.
That's your son. You better take care of him.
Yeah. They will be eating. They drink together, these two.
Hell yeah.
It's not animal abuse. He's a fucking familiar. Get off my ass.
Hey, what if we worked on developing some poisons for Mateo as well? Because she's got a poison garden, so
Yeah, why not?
I think since you're there all the time because of your boyfriend.
I'm not in the business of assassinating any people anymore, but yes.
Just in case, you know
Yeah, just in
when
case.
called up to action, you know.
Yeah, Nira keeps giving my boyfriend looks. She's gonna get the nasty end of that arrow.
Excuse me. I just changed my mind. Just changed it.
God.
Yes.
How much would it cost to add a +1 or a +2 or a +3 to the Flame Tongue Greatsword?
To the already existing magical weapon.
Yeah, is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, you work with the most powerful people in the universe. Anything is possible. I just gotta put a dollar amount on that. Well, the Flame Tome Greatsword is already a +2 sword. Is it not?
No.
It doesn't give you a +2 to attack?
No. It just gives me 2d6 fire damage when I hit shit. And it counts
Alright.
as a torch.
So, on this already existing magical weapon, for a +1, 1,000. For a +2, 5k. To make this weapon a +3, if you want to go absolutely nutty on this, pay me 11,000 gold and you'll have a +3 sword.
Can I do the 500 option?
5,000.
5,000?
You can cover the +3 if
You
you let
can.
Nira know.
Yeah, if you want to put a full year's wages on this, I'll let you have a
want to let
+3.
Nira know you want to fuck some shit up. She'll foot the bill.
I mean, it's not like you pay rent.
Evelyn don't got that kind of money, you know?
What's the difference between +2 and +3?
6,000 gold.
Done.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, okay.
She lives in the hovel. It's not like she's paying rent, you know.
This also takes like this is something that you commission early in the year, and that takes, because this is going to be a very rare item. This is going to take 100 days to create.
And then when it's done, I'll go fight Lur again for the final time. And if I lose, I lose. At least I have a cool sword.
Could I help make like some sort of buff potions to help you at a time, or is that frowned upon?
That's frowned upon. It's martial
Yeah.
prowess versus martial
I
prowess.
wasn't even allowed to drink a health potion in the middle. I don't think that's gonna be allowed.
Can she take an item that Taryn has carried for a while and hand it to?
Oh, he 100% would definitely pull the precious item out of his hair. Like, yeah, hand it over. Back to him.
It gives you a D4 to every single saving throw.
Oh, it's just like a What, like a
So-
hairpin of bless?
It is Talisman of Protection. The chat thing is not there. I craft a magical talisman that wards off harm. I can have one of these talismans at a time. Any creature wearing the talisman can add a d4 to all saving throws it makes. So it's just it doesn't require attunement or anything. It's just a straight up
That's
permanent
huge.
saving throw bless. So
Okay. Well, dope.
What's Evelyn's constitution?
Just a measly 13, the minimum to be
Oh, damn
a
it.
barbarian.
Damn it! I was like, you could use the fucking hammer.
Nah. All my strong stuff is in strength, and I still have a decently high wisdom because I was a ranger, and I didn't I don't think we were allowed to reallocate our stats.
I definitely at some point told you that you could reassign an ASI.
Oh yeah, but that's not the same as I rolled a 15 and put it in my wisdom. I can't.
Right, yeah. And I did not allow you to restructure your standard array, unfortunately.
Cool.
Well, you guys want to fight again?
Is the +3 on the weapon?
No, I can do it for you.
I mean, I can write it in. I'm fine if you want, because
No, I got it. Hang on.
I have to add the other thing that you and I discussed about my character in every time anyway. So.
Which is what?
So you gave me expertise in great swords, and you said that I could add double proficiency to my attack bonus, but the game doesn't
Right.
have a way to do that, so I have to add it every time. It's okay.
There is.
All right, but I can.
Open up your item. Go to MIDI attack. Oh,
Hang on, I'm doing it. It's got
It's
a +3
right here.
bonus to the damage, and then it has a bonus to attack.
I don't think I can view any MIDI thing.
you can. But just wait for her to
Move
edit.
cards. What do I do under MIDI?
Go under MIDI. Go to attack, whatever it is. Go to effect. You can change the attack ability, then the bonus hit. That's gonna give you if you get any extra. So you can put.
I don't know how to do this, but it's a +3 now.
Thank you.
You have a
good.
+13 to hit.
I should have a little more than that, but it's okay.
Just if you can.
Like on the main item.
If you
Yeah,
can
because
follow
+5 from strength. Oh, someone just added the other +5. I think. Hold on. Oh no, that was just because I added it to the session. Okay. Yeah. No, I got
Should
it.
be 5 strength, 5 proficiency, +3 should be 13,
Yeah, you have a +13 to hit with that.
Well,
and then +3 from.
plus an additional 5 because of the rule.
Yeah,
that
because of your double
I have
proficiency.
expertise, so
Yeah.
I get double proficiency.
Yeah.
Am I able
So
to-
if
So it'll be
you can,
+18.
so if you can find where that spot where it had that, like edit activities, mini attack, effect, and you can put the +5 there, and it'll just automatically do it.
Where do I?
So I should
So
just
your
put it
weapon-
as a +6?
No, add it. This is gonna add it to something different. This is an additional bonus to hit, so it'll separate it. So that way you know where your pluses are coming from. Unless you don't care, then you can put it all in one.
Yeah, I don't know how to get to.
What
that
is your
page.
proficiency bonus?
Currently, it is +5. So
So I'm gonna just generally the sword has a +8 to hit. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll just set it to be a +8.
yeah, I don't think I'll get another proficiency bonus from the next level, so that should be fine.
There you go.
Yep. That's accurate. That's crazy. Now I understand why D&D says you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, why it creates this ceiling of how high you're supposed to roll, and why like you don't want to have bonuses higher than like
Hey.
12.
I like stated to Trinket. I was like, I don't think it's gonna work this way because this seems really OP. And she was like, no, it would work that way. And I was like, okay. So I'll take it.
It
I mean,
works
you
that
still
way,
didn't
and
hit.
it's OP.
You still didn't hit with a 2, so I mean, your minimum has to be at least, a 3.
I mean, Lur still has a higher bonus to hit.
That's fine. All right. Are we doing this?
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm sorry to take up so much of our last 2 sessions fighting Lure, you guys. I really am. I was really hoping to win.
We
There's
want
no
this for you.
combat.
Right, we want this. We want this so bad.
Epic, roll us.
Okay.
Are we epic rolling just for initiative?
No, just roll. I don't know. Just roll.
There is no combat encounter currently viewing in scene.
Damn.
I almost took the alert feat, but instead I remembered that I'm supposed to have defensive duelist again. Alright, well, first up, I will... I'll rage, because I forgot to say that I would do it before combat this time. And then...
Why is it every time you use the Flame Tongue Greatsword, you're using your reaction?
What? I used... Oh,
What in your Greatsword Flame Tongue uses a reaction? It doesn't matter.
It says that it uses a bonus action to speak the command word, but I always just assume that I do that before combat, because, why would I not? Does not say that it takes anything else, though.
Does say that it takes an action to use.
Well, that's attacking, yeah. Yeah, it says bonus action to speak the magic sword's command word, causing flames to erupt. Flames shed bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light in an additional 40 feet. While the sword is ablaze, it deals an extra 2d6 fire damage to any target that it hits. The flames last until you use bonus action to speak the command word again, or until you drop or sheath the sword.
I don't know. Your reaction was just used, so take off your reaction thing so that way you have parry up, so it doesn't think that you don't have parry up. Sorry, it was bothering me. I was like, I don't know why I did that.
I will be recklessly attacked. Oh, I think you added that +8 to the damage. That damage should only get a +3 on that. So, why is it adding so much?
Yeah, I didn't tell you it was supposed to give it to the, or like, okay, so
Oh,
the damage is only supposed to be a +3?
No,
Yeah.
it should be +8 total.
See, that's what I. That's
For
what
the
I thought it-
damage?
Yeah, because it gives
That's what it
+5.
is! That's what it was!
On
No,
mine
it's
it
giving
says
you-
+8, +5, +8.
It's giving an extra 8 because when you add it to the actual weapon, the +3 goes to a +3 to attack and damage. That's why you needed to put it into the other bonus section. I knew there was a reason why it was. It's yeah.
But so just
So what do I set the damage bonus to? Please, somebody, for the love of God, tell me.
Correct.
Okay,
the damage bonus, yeah, it's just 3.
there you go.
The to hit bonus should be the +8. Okay. so I think we just subtract.
I
So-
despise 5th edition.
So I think that's only 10 slashing and 5 fire. Pretty sure. Because it should just be plus the 5 strength and plus the 3 from the weapon. Because you don't add your proficiency bonus to damage, I'm pretty sure.
Correct.
So, 15 damage total. Second attack. We still have to subtract 8 from that. So 18 plus 12 is 30 damage. It's fun how we do like extra math. For my bonus action, I will use my offhand attack with the plus 2 rapier. And since I have hit you, I would have advantage on this. That's not hit you.
That misses.
And then I will pass the turn. Although it says it's not my turn anyway. There we go.
Okay. I'm gonna do something really crazy. Ready? It's at disadvantage for the first one, right?
It is a flat roll for the first one.
Okay.
It is a flat roll until you hit me, and then you will have advantage after. I will parry that. Well, defensive duelist. That.
Okay.
Yeah, that hit.
Okay, third hit. Doesn't hit. I'll use War Priest, and then I'll make a bonus action attack. That also doesn't hit. And then Lethal Action Surge.
Ow.
I just took that damage.
Holy shit.
I just took that damage for no reason.
I'll mark it off on.
There we go. So that was 1, 2, I need one more.
That hits.
Then they're a faster turn. I made 7 attacks.
You made 7 attacks and she's barely injured?
Yeah!
Damage, baby. This shit's crazy. Start off by attacking with the Flame Tongue Greatsword. Recklessly, of course.
Nope. I mean, that hits, yes.
I was like, what? Oh my lord. So subtract 8 from the 22, making it 14 plus 12, so 26.
I've been giving
Total?
myself 8 back total. Every single time.
You've been what?
I mean, every attack I've been giving myself the 8 HP back.
Okay, cool. Second attack. Okay, and then we're gonna action surge.
Oh God, trinket.
Yeah, I didn't think that an additional +3 was gonna make you that much more.
No, it's additional +5. For
It's
the
a
expertise.
34 to hit, but for some reason it targeted me on that.
Why is it an additional +5? All that was gained between this fight and the last fight was a +3 on a sword.
That is correct, yes.
But you said he has expertise. Is the extra like?
It should have
you-
still been rolling the last time as well.
Yeah, I had the expertise
Oh.
last time. Yeah, I've had
Did
the
you?
expertise in every single fight against Lair, actually.
I guess it's the extra +3. Honestly,
I'm also
'Cause
just
your
not
minimum-
rolling a bunch of fucking threes. I rolled
Well,
like
even-
7 threes.
well, your minimum is I think is a 4. Oh, I have to take 20. What is it? 27 minus 8.
So 19. That was just the first attack from the action surge, so one more.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. I still have 8 HP.
You said 8?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna use my bonus action to make an offhand attack with the +2 rapier.
Yeah, you just dealt 156 damage in a single turn.
Jesus Christ.
Keep in mind that some of that's not accurate.
No, it's accurate because every 8
Oh,
I
that's
am
how
putting
much
back.
she had
Oh,
in
okay.
health.
Say, because all those if you were just counting the base damages, each one gets subtracted by 8.
No, I
that
did.
rapier
And
does not, though.
every attack I did add an 8.
Damn, I could have just killed you if I just spent distracting strike on every single hit. Anyways, that's it.
Oh God. Okay. So first, Lear's gonna use second wind. Second wind is
All the second wins going max damage in these fights is crazy.
Okay, and then just kidding.
I wish all the other times I fought Lair it was this easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like something wrong happened.
It's literally just that in the first fight against her today, I rolled a bunch of threes, which
And I'm rolling-
before the +3 meant I didn't hit because it would have been an 18. And now
27?
that's a 21. 27 does hit me, yes.
And I've missed more and not crit 7 times.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
19 misses. Yeah, you did crit me 4 times in the last one.
Last hit.
27 does hit.
That's worse. And I mean, the end of
Did you
this-
staggering smite? Did you use any of your smites this turn or this
Yeah,
game?
I had to use my bonus action to second wind.
Yeah, but earlier, did you use any of your smites?
This is only turn 2. No, earlier I used my action surge or bonus action attack because I would have thought 7 hits.
Oh, we do the thing the character does. We attack some more.
It's bad luck. Yeah.
instead of 31. What, 23? You still standing?
No.
She sees that as she's about to make the final attack, she kind of turns the blade, kind of slaps with the blunt side, just kind of trying to knock over rather than, you know, kill, because that'd be fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what you did, Cole.
That was just round 2.
Didn't know
Don't-
that was Evelyn's first turn.
Don't.
No. I went
No,
first. That was my
No. That was the second turn.
No, that was my third turn. On my first turn, I did an action.
No,
surge.
that was your second turn for sure. You did that damage in 2 turns because that was
my third
Lur
turn.
Derry's second attack. That was the
No.
second time Lur got to take a turn.
Yep. So this is
And
the
I
third.
went
This is
first,
the
so
third.
this would be my third turn.
Yep.
Damn, crazy.
But
That,
on my second turn, I basically got to take 2 turns because of the way action surge.
What a
Ah.
system.
that was crazy. I guess, you
I love
know,
the
I got
system.
super lucky with all my smites, my crits,
Yeah, I didn't miss an attack this time.
and I missed 3 of them. 4.
I think you missed even more than that.
Yeah,
I think
so.
you only hit 3 times out of the like 10 times that you
13?
swung.
Or, yeah, no, 10.
I think you only hit twice out of the like 10 times that you swung.
No, I hit the last
Definitely
last
more than that.
2.
I still lost 80 health. Which means I would have lost 160 health.
Listen, rage is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's this system is. Yep.
I
That
mean,
was
it did take me 3 tries to beat her, so
That was mind-boggling.
I don't
Huh?
have healing
Well,
magic.
now
sister,
you
but
are,
here's a potion of greater healing.
Well, now you are the Sword of the Morning. And you have a lot more responsibility. You do
Yeah.
not have time to continue your work as the Wharf Master of Azuria.
Yeah, I gotta find a replacement for that. I'm sure that I've worked with someone really closely that I can trust them.
Sophia.
Sophia!
I mean, if she wants to. I definitely also, is there such thing as like a ring of teleport or a teleportation circle? Or
Yeah, I mean, there's teleportation circles everywhere.
I need a ring that lets me do it so I can go home and back to here every day.
I
gotta
don't
get
know of an
fancy.
item that does that.
You gotta get fancy with those waybacks.
I do not know of a ring of teleportation in
There's a staff of
Dungeons and
teleportation.
Dragons.
There is a staff of teleportation.
After the fight is over, you feel a tiny tug, and you see Quilbert taking the talisman back as Hazel is pretending to look anywhere but you because she feels really fucking awkward taking it back.
Oh no, it's fine. She'll even like pull it off and kind of hand it to Quilbert? I forget.
Quilbert. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think you needed it, but it was a good luck talisman of protection this time.
I feel very protected, that's for sure.
There's a Helm of Teleportation that is a wondrous item, a wondrous rare item. It has 3 charges. While wearing it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge to teleport, to cast the teleport spell. Helm regains 1d3 expended charges daily. Requires attunement. As a rare item, that costs 1,000 gold.
Purchased. Oh my lord, purchased. Yeah, she needs that to go back and forth between Starfall and this area every day, because those are on opposite sides of the Pashtuns and the inner sea. Is there like a big ceremony when I get it, or is it like a
Yeah,
pissy
there
sister
is.
who throws it at me?
There is a big ceremony where a huge pyre is lit, and yeah, Lur and your father, or well, Lur kneels before you and presents to you the sword, which you then, I assume, reach your hand out to take.
Yeah, and I hope it doesn't fucking zap me for a bunch of damage like it did last time.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn, too bad I don't have a 1d4.
Dominal.
I will be using Indomitable. You know, it's meant to be, I guess.
This blade immediately, you understand the scrutiny that Lurdari must have felt wielding this thing, as it is like, as she gives this to you, the weight of the world is lifted off her shoulders. And immediately it is placed upon you. This thing, though it does not necessarily speak, you can sense its consciousness. It shows you images in your head. And you can sense through just its general disposition that it feels like there's a lot of work to be done. It does not see you as necessarily having proven yourself to it yet. It's a little unwieldy. It's heavier than you imagined it being.
I don't have enough Pokemon badges. I
But it
assume
sits
it's
in
not
your
like
sheath.
it's not like an auto-attune situation. I feel like I still have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time in tuning to this.
Okay. Well, that's what she'll do until it's time to go fight a dragon, I guess. She'll attune to this. I'm gonna go. I spent 1,000 gold. I'm gonna add one of these helms to my thing.
To end combat, but there we go. Well, my lovelies, anything else in year 4?
This is just a super quick thing. Hazel goes to give the talisman back to Taryn, and she kind of like is like handing it to him, and she kind of just has like a conflicted look on her face. He's had this thing for 5 years at this point, I think. 4.5 years. This is maybe the 4th year of him having it.
Before Hazel gets it, like, pretty much puts it close enough to where he can take it, he's going to take his hand, it's a large hand, and close it over yours so you keep it in your hand specifically. You've done so much for me just being here and giving me this protection all this time. And I think you have someone else that you'd like to protect a bit more. Not saying that I'm not important, but I can see, and as your big brother, I know I'm happy for my girls. And he pushes your hand closer to you. Not taking it.
She she just nods. It's Hazel. She's kind of quiet. She just nods.
He's gonna rub your back for a second. And they're like, well, now that I've seen Evelyn doing all of that cool shit, I would like to upgrade my weapon. So, should work on that.
I want to hear all about it.
Be fun.
Mhm.
Also, congratulations.
Shut up. Power walks away.
Slow follow behind.
Also, Cole, why does it say that Dawnbringer does 0d10 damage?
In the chat, it says 2d10.
That's fine. I'll edit it before next time.
What happened? Trinket?
The Dawnbringer, the item seems really weird. I don't know if you edited it or something, but
What's weird about it?
it does 0d10 damage in the item, but it's fine.
It's 2d10 plus 1d8.
It's showing me weird stuff. Anyway. Yeah. All that damage on the sword is radiant damage.
Is it okay? So I read it and I thought that it was, but then I reread it and now I'm not sure if it only does radiant damage to things that are undead.
The sword itself in general is supposed to do radiant damage. That's why it's so powerful.
So yeah, it's because it does say you gain a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon, which deals
Which
radiant
is
damage
what I had
instead
it
of
set
slashing.
for, but I don't
When
know.
you hit-
Cole said that he went in and edited her character sheet, so I don't know if he changed it to not be radiant damage. Because the whole point of her sword was that it was supposed to be radiant damage so that it ignored your damage negation, so that I could actually hit you.
It's in there.
But
so
it seemed like regardless you were still taking half damage on everything,
Well,
so
that's because I
it
thought
seemed
was
like we didn't
slashing
actually apply the radiant damage, so...
It did apply the radiant damage. If you could scroll up to the radiant damage portion, it's coded in there as 11 slashing and 1 radiant. It puts it in
Yeah,
its
I interpret it as it does its slashing damage as a regular thing, and the radiant damage is just the extra thing. But if they're undead, it's all radiant damage.
It just says that which deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage, and then
Yeah,
next
the
sentence
sword
is,
in
when
general
you hit
is...
undead, it deals an extra 1d8.
Yeah, no, the sword in general, Dawnbringer, is supposed to deal radiant damage.
Not slashing.
Not slashing. Radiant damage.
Okay, then
I will say
none of the damage was halved. None of the damage should have been halved.
But
so
it's
yeah.
fine,
I will
because
say,
we already moved on.
even in that last fight, like, I'm still above half, so I still would have been alive when I made those attacks.
I swapped it to just radiant.
It doesn't matter now. The fight's over. Lure lost. But
Okay,
the sword was originally coded to be just radiant damage, but I guess it got changed at some point. Because that's what it says in the item description of the sword, is that it's supposed to be radiant damage.
And then that was my fault, because there was something last session. There was something talking about slashing, and then I changed it back to slashing because for some reason I read.
Well,
this.
the sword has been significantly changed at this point. The sword no longer does radiant damage.
It does now. I switched it back.
No, now I can't, within the universe, let it do radiant damage, because that defeats Evelyn having actually won the fight. It has to now do slashing damage.
I was just saying though, like, so right now, I'm missing like 83 health, and if you take away another 83 health, I still have 11 health left. So I was saying, like, even if we did the normal amounts of damage in that last fight, I still would have won.
You added it all up, and it was.
I mean, I haven't taken a long rest, so my character is still missing the 83 health from the fight, and I have 94, so I'd still have 11 health left.
I mean, it makes sense.
If you doubled all the damage he already took, and so as to not be halved, he'd still have some. So still a win, just it was significantly closer.
Sure.
If you want to make the weapon do slashing, I'm fine with that. I understand. It would have made the other two fights way, way less close, that's for sure.
Well, the first fight was a bloodbath. She had more than half of her health left, and she bloodied you and killed you on the second turn. In the first fight, when the sword actually was doing radiant damage.
Well, we also got off.
It's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. Are we done with year 4?
Anybody else?
Can we please, on our 5th episode of our time skip, please be done with our time skip? For the love
I
of
just
God,
thought of 117
please.
things I need to do, actually. Kidding.
And Aaron just wants to see if any weapon upgrades could happen for him. That's it.
It's gonna
For
go
year
get
4.
staff upgraded.
Yeah, that's all he's gonna do.
Does anybody want a cloak of displacement?
We'll make an
Imagine that.
upgraded version of Terran's staff for next episode. Or did we already do a Mark II? The Mark II is the one that
No.
you have, right?
The Mark II is the one that he has. I sent you the final version for the end game variant of the weapon trinket.
We have to actually put it in the game for next time. So what it sounds like is we're done with our time skip.
I have a whole hour and a half
Mhm.
tirade that I could easily didn't know.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else other than, we do need to plan how we're gonna go. Well, I think our characters still need to learn about Solara, but
Well, we are
Or see this?
at the end of the 4th year. You can all gain your last level. To be 14th level. And then you are all summoned by the magistrate. So to a room where it's the 7, it's Severus, Yusuf Caraway is there, a number of other people within the faith are also there, where you are all called as privileged guests to have a conversation about some issues that are still presenting themselves. There was a previous actual meeting of the 7 where this was all discussed, but they would present to you all as the quill that, well, I think it's, I guess I'll talk as Alisane just to make things easier. Well, it's pretty obvious that Laurel and the rest of the people in her entourage have decided to try to reignite the Dragon Empire. And, are we gonna let that happen?
no.
Oh.
No.
No, right. So we've got a couple plans, 'cause Cephas is a dangerous city. There is much worse than Zarakthar living in Cephas or close by. And, yeah, Zarakthar and his crew are not gonna go down easily. But, you know, we have some plans, and she would divert to Severus. Yes, well, as I presented at our last meeting, I believe I have the ability to, well, we could... Everybody got all up in arms when I started, you know, when people started destroying ley lines, but what if we just moved them? Is that okay with everybody? Can we just move them?
Is that a thing?
Yes. I made a device that can move them. Or destroy them, if I really want. But I mean, oh no, the devices can't destroy the ley lines, only move them.
And the purpose of moving them?
Well, I mean, it would... So the purpose in moving them, we move them to Solara, we move them to Yarnum, we move one below here in L'Oreal. And, you know, then Zarakthar is gonna have a harder time taking back Solara, or he might just, you know, if we can hope enough, he might just fuck off.
So, to be clear, we would move the ley lines, assuming there's a ley line on
The Guardians.
We'd want to move them, understanding that that's what Zarakthar is vaguely after, and we want to put one here where all the people are.
The Leyline Guardians. No, I mean, there's Leyline Guardians in every city. In every god city. We have to replace the ones in Yarnum. That's what we went to court over, Caraway.
But what does moving the ley lines actually do? How does that hinder us? How does that help us?
Well, it helps us because, I don't know, last you checked, we control Yarnum. It's under our control. So we have magic over there. It helps the grasslands. We have more power there. We have more power here. Zarakthar has less power over there. Maybe he'll just fuck off. And if not, then he'll have less power to go to Solara and screw things up there.
So, to be clear, it would weaken him.
Correct.
That's the bullet point.
It would weaken him and bolster us. And solve a lot of my personal problems, too.
I don't care about your personal problems.
I know. Look, we all want magic back in the grasslands.
If it weakens him, that's a start. That doesn't solve the bigger problem of dealing with him.
Well, what do you suggest?
I'm still of a mind to send the teams out. Handle it.
Full invasion? Why not a two-pronged approach?
That's what I'm suggesting.
We send the Quill in overland as a distraction and or as a ultimate destruction party. We execute the extraction of the ley lines and then carry out the assault therein. What of the things slumbering in the hills? You think they won't come to defend their own city?
We have more than one team.
The Quill's here for this, by the way.
You
Oh.
want us to go pick up a ley line?
No, I'm going to pick up the ley lines. You're going to run infiltration and kill your ex-friend. And Zarakthar, while I do so.
I don't mean to be like a dickhead, Severus, but how do we know Zarakthar doesn't have like a switch for you? Like when you see him, he's like, "Nope, you're mine again." Boom, betray everybody.
Don't Don't worry about that one.
You know, you saying those words makes me worry more.
What's the plan if that does happen, Severus? You're the man of many plans. What's the plan B?
I
What's
am a
the C?
slave to no one. Nor can I be commanded to be more so than any of you.
Do you remember
We may
anything
all
about...
fall under their guise or the influence of others in the city of Solara, or in the city of Cetus. This is not an absolute win.
How do we know he doesn't want you to come? Like, what is his plan? He must know that, like, we're planning to infiltrate.
His plan
Why
is to
hasn't he
retake the
attacked us?
city of Solara and rebuild the Dragon Empire, using consorts like your ex-friend and others to create a new empire.
Would it be better to stage an ambush in Solara?
He'll wait until his empire is big enough to move.
I like what Evelyn said, though. Ambush in Solara, catch him.
It could be years, decades.
Yeah, he could have too many dragons for us to fight. We could die before then.
Now is the time to act.
They win the life game.
Dragons win the long game.
This would be, hopefully, the last great battle of an era. If we wait this out now, if we give this years now, people will be too set in their lives. No one will want to come out and fight. And to consider, if we wait, we're sending our children to fight it later.
Just real quick. You don't plan on only sending us and Severus, right?
No, as we were discussing, it should be a multi-pronged assault. I and a team will infiltrate the Soulstone. You and a team will infiltrate the main city, doing work and trying to locate where we can get in and kill Zarathar and his cronies at their start. And perhaps another will hold the port or push in from the outlands, or he kind of defers to Yusef.
Are we opposed to constant cannon fire?
I am. I prefer the quiet approach.
Oh, I meant like once the party's started, can we roll some ships in? You got those fucking flying machines.
Yes, I mean, a full-scale assault could happen.
I think if we're gonna do this, we gotta do it. We go in, we get, as soon as we get the ley line beings, Severus has got him in his magical contraption, and we just full-on assault from there.
I think that sounds like a good plan. We'll
So,
attack by sky, we'll attack by sea, and we'll attack from the ground.
Yeah, sounds like a fucking plan.
What are the chances that your sky ships are not torn to pieces by an ancient amethyst great worm?
0.
Got it.
Gonna lose
But
a
they
lot.
can be automated these days.
Oh, good.
The reason that we wouldn't maybe want to have a full-blown invasion in such a thing is because we would lose a number of lives. But, like Caraway said, are we prepared to deal this one last time for the sake of our children?
Can I like attune with the sword for a moment?
By
and
this
see-
point, yeah.
And see how the sword feels about Does this seem like a for the right justice type of fight?
Oh yeah. This sword wants blood. This sword
think-
wants revenge.
I think the Derry army could lend its support here fully.
And the remainder of the troops in the magistrate? Those in the reserves?
I'm also willing to put my crew on the line. I have 5 ships that can assist in the assault from sea.
A multi-pronged attack then. They'll see us coming by sea. It won't be a quiet invasion.
They can
They'll see us
Stay
coming by
far.
air as well.
stay far enough away until we've made an alert signal.
Perhaps we can have Reed and Caraway run opposition, just to make sure that their pirate buddies are not spreading bad information ahead of time.
I suppose.
Keep things real hush hush.
Should we try to evacuate any surrounding towns? Is there anything that's worth saving in the area first?
Severus pleads the fifth.
I'm not too.
Severus does not think so.
I'm not too familiar with Wyvern Roost and Flea Bottom and places of the such. Are those locations in danger at the time?
Well, if you do look at the map and he points to the town called Horsgash.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should tell your mother to, maybe have people. But they're already unsavory folks in general, so.
That's why I'm asking.
Pirates and looters and dastardly scoundrels.
Should we potentially have one team in Solara in case he decides to flee? Arriving injured after a long flight could be the perfect time to finish the job.
A team could be deployed, yeah. It's not a bad plan. I think in all likelihood if we defeat him there that he will try in all his might to get him and his consorts to another plane. He will attempt to leave. This may be all in an effort to drive him specifically just from this land, if not kill him.
Would that stop him from wanting revenge in the future? Is it not possibly still kicking the problem down the line if he escapes?
It's better than nothing.
I suppose.
I mean, certainly we want to kill, but he is an amethyst great worm with the capability to dimensionally shift. It's a little beyond our scope for anyone.
This all feels a little beyond. Do we know about did they tell us about the baby dragons and stuff? Like what other
Yeah, they
stuff they
did.
were
I mean, they told you
okay.
that Laurel's, and the rest of the consorts are
consort, yeah.
creating a new, group of dragons.
She pulls a stink face when they do tell her that. When they tell them that. Like gross. I mean, I have ways of interrupting magic, but it's not perfect. Certainly not against something that powerful.
I mean, I have a way of interrupting magic. It's called an arrow to the fucking mouth, but
That interrupts a lot of things. When do we go?
We'll launch an assault in a few weeks. As soon as things are ready, we can ground infiltrate by teleportation for ground troops and gather airships in the area until the time is necessary.
What do you think the chances are they don't already know everything that we're doing?
How many of you fuckheads kept your letters?
I didn't.
I didn't.
I don't know what the fuck happened to mine. I think I burned it.
Insight check.
For Mateo?
Yes.
Give me 5 seconds. Ow. Oh my god, my eyes hurt. Oh, fuck.
You're lucky I'm bad at these.
Deception, oh no.
Minimum 10. Fuck.
Yeah, I burned it.
Yeah, he burned it.
Well, then maybe we have a chance.
I got the impression she'd been watching us anyway, whether we have them or not. So it probably doesn't matter. When we know how scrying works.
Evelyn looks around the room and just picks a random corner to look in and goes, "Fuck you."
And Air throws up the double bird.
Yeah. If there is nothing else, then we can... Yeah, I mean, we can spend the rest of our half an hour trying to get ready for, you know, this assault. But, other than that, we're kind of done for the evening. I can switch the server over to the Zweihander server. We can make Zweihander characters or edit our Zweihander characters and stuff, and do a little Zweihander tutorial for maybe some other people, because next week we are doing a Zweihander one-shot, and then after next week we'll do a couple more sessions of our cleanup, but probably in Lunaria Land of Languish we're looking at 2, maybe 3 more episodes.
It's crazy.
We're at the very end, unless, like you guys do, we draw it out. 2 more episodes of main plot, and then we'll definitely do an episode of, like, after stuff, you know, just like a full prologue type of thing.
Could I suggest
So you're
something?
saying I could draw this out longer?
Could be, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm really trying to finish up this campaign. I want to go and I want to play a different campaign.
Could I suggest something then?
Which is what?
If there's not much that you guys have to, like, technically prepare for, could you guys just teleport to Cephas?
That's the
I mean, we
plan in
can.
general, I think.
But
We don't- yeah,
our
we don't know
ships all have to make their travel there. So us teleporting there, it's like is gonna have to wait 20, days.
Well, yeah. I mean, but if you guys don't actually have to do anything in those 20 days,
I mean, there's preparation I'm sure we have to do, but we could just do it now.
Yeah.
like,
there are some like potions I want to craft before we go. I want to make sure everybody has like superiors for healing.
Hazel wants to buy at least 1 scroll of Revivify and tell everyone to get some fucking diamonds.
We getting bling for this mission? Damn.
I'm serious. If anyone wants a cloak of displacement, I am offering it. I also have an animated shield. They both require attunement.
That's the problem, isn't it?
I've got far too many things.
Hazel wants to buy a bag of holding as well.
Do you guys know what the prices of items are?
How much
It's a rare magic item, right?
Wondrous uncommon.
Uncommon. For that one, 500 gold.
Okay, done.
You guys are rich. Like,
Yeah, this bag is partly because I have so much gold.
okay, my lovelies, I'm gonna go take a quick 5-minute break, and then I'll be back to do some Zweihander stuff if you guys want to stick around.
Okay. I do. Can I buy some potion ingredients first, or is that not allowed?
Sure, I will be back in 5 minutes.
Okay. How many of us are there?
About 10.
Me, Sophia,
Six.
Mateo, Hazel, Taryn,
Hello.
Nira. Am I missing anyone?
Laurel.
Oh,
Fuck that bitch. So 6. So I need to buy 18 red amanita mushrooms.
I'm gonna need a mushroom in a second.
Amanita mushroom.
Oh, guys.
Right,
Really wish
that's
you would just get to
superior
see
healing is
this.
the best one, right?
think so.
I think so. I have a
Everybody will
snack
be
yet. I
happy.
need to go get food.
Okie dokie, bye Dave.
Bye.
See you, nerds. I love y'all.
Bye.
See
There's
ya.
any
Okay,
potions
Tuna
you
and I are
want,
gonna
text
drop as
me.
well, I think. We love you. We're not gonna be here next week.
Criminals.
Love you so much. Bye.
Aaron, you have to message me about our characters, please.
Okay, I will do that tomorrow. Yes. I will actually do. Tuna will remind me. Yes, I literally just finished. I had 2 2-hour exams Monday night, so I was literally so fucked in the head today.
good.
But love you all. I will text you tomorrow about that. Yes. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Whack ass motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. Stay for the full session, cowards. Damn, I just realized I'm like a whole ass captain of. I have a whole ass 5-ship crew.
Mm-hmm.
Command an army of 1,250 trained troops under my command as the Sword of the Morning. I'm like,
Sure do.
holy fuck! I got 2 different armies that are about to help with this.
You're like a big deal or something.
You are
Holy fuck!
100% a big deal.
What the hell happened? I literally made a character that was blind with the intention of not being a leader. Now I lead 2
Time, baby.
different things.
No,
Get
it's your time.
Get
Guys,
fucked, you know?
guys, I'm so annoyed now that you guys still didn't make it to see this today.
I mean, I didn't expect us to, I'll be honest.
Are you kidding me? Fucking Days and his 2 romances now? No way, brother. That's just not happening.
I messaged him like, you did a fucking romance marathon today.
Yeah.
But that fucking backstory, oh my god.
Holy shit. Yeah, we
I
gotta
got
put a
the
content warning on this episode.
I got the download when we were talking about stuff on the weekend, and it was just like, Jesus. And then I'm like telling mine like the detailed version, and I'm like, this is like light work. Like, what the what the hell? Also, I'm a dumb idiot. Is 25,000 gold converted to platinum 2,500 platinum?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 100 for 1, so you always take off 2 zeros.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
you take off 1 0.
I took off 1 0. Yeah, 25,000 becomes 2,500.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yes.
I have to convert this shit to
yeah.
platinum.
It just did that with 10,000 earlier, and I was like, okay, it's just 1 0. I'm not crazy.
I'm gonna add another. Oh my god, I'm so dumb.
Are there any other potions that people want? Not Laurel.
Um, here's what I recommend. I'd recommend getting things that are going to boost your saving throws to give you advantage on them. Um, you're going to want to get, maybe some fire resistance, maybe some necrotic resistance.
Necrotic.
Uh,
That
uh,
yeah. Yeah. See, this is
uh,
full of necromancers and liches and shit.
yeah,
So
yeah. So, and if you can get like a potion of luck or something like that,
I was thinking I make 6 potions of superior healing and I make 1 potion of revival.
um,
Um,
and then
I would
a
love a
potion.
way in case I get killed to be brought back. So I
yeah,
would love
that's
that.
yeah. It's not great. Truth be told, it just if you died within a minute, it brings you back to 1 health. So it's
Oh,
not like
yeah, it's literally revivify. Yeah.
um.
By the way, if people want to, they should grab diamonds. 500 gold will give us the 10-day one, but the quick one is 300. I've already got a couple, but you know.
Do you have any of the following potion ingredients in your inventory?
Let's find out. I mean,
Acid.
honestly,
Oh,
we could probably just talk to Trinket because I have a whole ass greenhouse now.
fair.
So most
Um,
likely we could do just about anything.
yeah, I would if you're gonna go ham on this and make sure that you're ready. I get a bunch of potions that give you stuff.
And then we'll remember to use them.
Because I will say, whatever happens, I'm not gonna be a nice person.
As a as opposed to I mean, you've been great. It's Laurel that's been the bitch. Important distinction. I want us to get happily ever afters. It'd be nice if, you know,
Well, Laurel
we
could
all
get
could.
happily ever after.
Okay, I'm back. I
Well,
see a
good.
significant portion of the chat has left.
Yeah.
Significant.
Yeah, Days needed food, and then Tuna and Aaron. I think we're just really tired.
Hazel and Evelyn are gonna work together to make some potions with her ingredients and her alchemy skills, but we can talk about that like over the. We don't have to do that right now if you want to do Zweihander.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else do I really need to explain to you guys?
For
Is there
Zweihander,
anything you have any Zweihander questions?
I feel like any I have will
Let's
come up when
switch it
we're
over.
actually playing.
I've been putting so much work into Zweihander stuff.
Did you do my perilous stunts? Perilous stunts?
No, fuck you. No. I'll do it when I feel like it. That's gonna be so much work. No, because Cole, what I have to do is add not only the perilous stunts, I have to go in and add every single action in general that all of you could take. And then put them on your character sheet so that you guys can have them. That's what I'm gonna have to do, which I will do at some point, but
Well, if you make them as weapons in your compendium, you could just drag and drop them on
yeah,
everybody.
that's the plan. I'm gonna have to make them as weapons, but I have to do all like 15. There's a bunch of different actions. There's a ton of different actions.
Well, specifically, my character needs perilous stunts.
Yo, the YouTube player's working.
Yeah, it's working on Zweihander, but not.
I think I have the pause screen from the other campaign though.
Yeah, I put the new pause screen in on this one. Do you hate it?
No,
It makes it feel like it's a PlayStation 2 game.
I like it.
I love PlayStation 2 games. Is that a problem?
I do, however, just see a giant black screen. I don't know if that's supposed to be the case.
Good.
Oh, and now I have loaded in a scene.
Oh my god, I have to hang on. I have to update this map again. Every time we do this every week, I have to update the map. Because literally so much has changed since the last time.